The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on air light. Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King of Peace. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on air light.
What is up, YouTube? It is good to see all you beautiful people this morning. Okay, do I got a crazy story coming from Los Angeles, right? Anything out of LA? Well, San Bernardino to be exact. Always crazy, just the craziest stories be coming out of LA. And this story is of a woman who pulled up in a store and her 7-month-old baby was kidnapped, broad daylight. Okay, broad daylight. I'm going to go into those details, but first, guys, I'm going to need you to leave your DNA on the like button here on this video, just in case something crazy happens to you and I got to come track you down. All right, I'm going to need your DNA on file. Help us hit 75,000 subscribers. If you're brand new, sub up the channel, ring the bell. Feel free to share my ugly face on any social media platform you choose. It's that easy. Okay, so this mother was in San Bernardino and her kids had a football game, her 2 older boys. So they were at the football game and the mother decides she needs to get her kid a mouth guard, okay, because they're out there playing football. Maybe she left it at home. I don't know. We'll get into some of what I think about this case in just in a minute. Let me give you the details. So she rides over to a sports store called the Big Five, right down the street from where her kids are playing football. So she goes to get out the car to go in the store, and she goes around to the back to get the baby out, and she realizes the baby needs its diaper changed. Okay, 7-month-old baby boy, Emmanuel, and I believe his last name is Haro, H-A-R-O. I may be saying that wrong, but if not, that's his last name. He's 7-month-old. He looks to be Hispanic, possibly. Brown hair, brown eyes, brown complexion, I would guess you would say. 7-month-old baby. A lot of babies look alike, so it's hard to tell a baby or really, any features that may stick out about this child. He does have a eye that wanders a little bit. Okay. Now, I used to have a girlfriend that had a wandering eye, but I had to break up with her because she was seeing somebody on the side. Okay. All jokes aside, this is serious, right? So the kid has a little bit of a wandering eye, which makes him, a little bit different than most kids because it kind of stands out a little bit. So the mother says she's changing the diaper, and all of a sudden she hears somebody say, "Hola," right? Or "hello." And next thing you know, she is struck, what she says, in the back of the head. She wakes up on the ground. Okay. She wakes up on the ground and she looks into the car and don't see the child. She starts looking around and she can't find her child. So she runs into the store and she calls the police and says her kid has been kidnapped. Okay, 7-month-old. Now the mother says she never seen anybody. She never seen her attacker. Okay, that she was struck in the head and she woke up with a black eye. Okay. Now we're going to jump over to a little news report that covers it, that gives a little bit more details than I just gave you guys. And matter of fact, we're going to share a couple of news reports because I've seen some things that were kind of odd to me. And I want your thoughts on this case once you see what is actually going on. If I'm looking at things the same way you guys are, okay? So let me turn this up, make sure y'all can hear everything. All right, let's jump into it.
For a missing baby boy snatched from a store last night in Yucaipa.
KCAL's Joy Benedict spoke to the mother who says someone attacked her and took off with her baby.
As word has spread that a 7-month-old boy is missing, folks from all over the community are showing up here at this parking lot trying to figure out what they can do to help. Meanwhile, this mother has a desperate plea to get her son back.
I'm begging you, please, if anything, if you know anything, please, I'm just begging you, bring him back.
It is a desperate plea from a mother surviving the unimaginable as her 7-month-old son is missing.
He has little wavy hair and light brown hair, so soft, like a feather, with beautiful brown eyes, beautiful baby, energetic, very playful, very happy.
Rebecca Haro stood next to her husband, surrounded by friends as they showed up to this Big 5 parking lot in Yucaipa to hand out flyers, desperate to do something to bring him back.
To the person who took my son, please just give him back to us. We'll forgive you. We won't bother you. We just want our baby boy.
The Haros say they were in Yucaipa for another child's football practice when Rebecca took their youngest of 6 children, Emmanuel, with her to this store to get a mouthpiece for their older son. She says when she got out of their pickup truck, she realized 7-month-old Emmanuel needed a diaper change.
I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair, and I had his diapers right here, and then someone said hola, and I couldn't even turn, and that was just, I don't remember nothing.
She says she was struck from behind.
I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me.
She says her child was gone.
I came back to get my phone and call 911. I ran the whole perimeter and there's nothing here. I didn't see him. I didn't see nothing. Nobody saw nothing. There's no cameras here. There's no lighting. And they should have something.
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says it got the call of a kidnapping around 7:30 Thursday night, and they are actively searching for the little boy. And as this family prays for the best, they can't help but fear the worst. So they're asking whoever has him to simply give him back.
Don't hurt him, and please feed him. Take care of him.
Please don't hurt him. Protect him and just bring him back to his parents that love him.
This family lives in Cabazon, not too far away, and they say they have never felt unsafe here in Yucaipa. They say the Sheriff's Department is doing everything they can to try and get their son back. From Yucaipa, I'm Joy Benedict, KCAL News.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to show some other interviews because I found some things strange, guys. And y'all may see this a little bit different than me. You know, I'm a true crime person, so when I see something that don't make a whole lot of sense, I like to bring a little attention to it. But I don't want to jump the gun in any situation because this is pretty fresh, pretty active, right? One thing I noticed is she said she was struck from behind, okay? But she woke up with a black eye. Now listen, I've had plenty of crazy ex-girlfriends and I've been punched in the head a lot of times, okay? I've never got a black eye from being hit from behind. Okay. The only time I've ever gotten a black eye is being punched in the nose if your nose gets broke. And somebody said it great in the chat. Y'all guys are good. Y'all just as good in true crime as me. I said the black eye don't look new. Okay. The black eye don't look fresh. It don't look like a fresh black eye. It looks like a black eye that's been on black eye for like a week and it's already turned really dark. Okay. Now I ain't saying you can't get hit and instantly get a dark black eye, but if you hit in the back of the head, wouldn't you have a really big knot on your head? Or if you're hit that hard from behind, wouldn't you be bleeding? Okay. And another thing is, I didn't see no tears. I seen a lot of whining. We seen that in Jack and Lily Sullivan, but I didn't see no real tears. Now, I don't want to blame this family or nothing. These are the things to, as a true crimer, when I watched it and I heard it, like, so you're going to miss your kid's game to go get a mouthpiece? Like, you couldn't have waited until that was over. There was I don't know, right? I have mixed feelings about this situation, because there could be somebody that's crazy and hit this lady and ran off with the kid, but her story of being hit from behind don't add up with her injuries. Now, at this time, the police have called the mother and father back down. The latest report I got was they were called back down to the police station because the police are still investigating. Not that they're arresting the parents or anything like that. They're just still continuing their investigation. So they brought them down to the station to see if there's any more to the story or if she can remember more or what. Okay. The little boy was seen last, he had on some black Nikes. Okay. Some little black Nikes, and he has a little bit of a wandering eye. I'm going to pull up some other videos dealing with this case. And I've seen some other things that really, really stood out to me. And it was that the father was talking about how healthy the kid was. He's a healthy little boy. It could be natural, but he kind of emphasized how healthy this kid was. And when you see pictures of him, he looks small for 7 months. He does have the eye problem. He may have some medical issues. He looks special needs. Thank you, Grammy. That I was trying to find a nice way to say this. So this child may read her comments. Guys, I hate when y'all do that. I hate when y'all tell me to read somebody's comments. If it's something that important, just copy it and paste it, or tell them to repaste it. Because sometimes when I'm talking or showing videos or reviewing things, I can't pay attention to multiple things. Okay, here we go. I seen somebody say something about the Big 5 parking lot. Cameras supposedly not working, but there's a sheriff's station down the road, and on the intersection there's so cameras must have recorded the incident, or at least a car speeding. I guess you mean speeding away. Well, you got to think about this. Another big thing that stood out to me, this is daylight at a busy store, okay, with people there. That's pretty crazy to do. I ain't saying it's impossible, right? I ain't saying it's impossible. Remember John Walsh, Center for Lost and Missing Exploited Children, that one of the store workers kicked his child out of the store, and a kidnapper was coming into the store at the same time and kidnapped and unalived John Walsh's child. So I ain't saying it's impossible. I was just saying some of the things in this that stuck out to me, and maybe there's something more to the story than what we're being told. Now, I don't want to blame these parents for anything. It's too early. They are doing what you would think a parent would do. They're out there in front of the cameras. They have put search groups together. They're out handing out flyers. I just don't want to think I'm just suspicious of people. I'm going to tell you everything, the good things that they are doing. This happened in San Bernardino in LA. Okay. Los Angeles. We get a lot of crazy stories out there, and that's a pretty rough area, LA, right? So, I don't know, but let's kick into this next interview and let's just see what red flags we find together.
A desperate search tonight for a 7-month-old baby boy. His mother says he was kidnapped from a Big 5 parking lot in Yucaipa. That mother saying she was changing baby Emmanuel's diaper when someone attacked her and took off with the child.
Tonight, an investigation is underway, but no description of the suspect has been released, and it's unclear if any surveillance video exists. Sarah Welch has the latest developments from Yucaipa.
Sharon, Micah, that is one of the big questions. There doesn't appear to be any security video pointing at the parking spot where the mom was at. And tonight, investigators tell us they have no suspect or vehicle description, but they continue to review security footage. Meantime, the parents are begging for their baby's safe return.
It's just a baby. Just give our son back, please.
A desperate plea from the parents of 7-month-old Emmanuel, now missing for more than 24 hours.
He was wearing a black onesie with a Nike swoosh on him.
That's what Emmanuel Haro says her baby was last wearing when she says someone snatched him out of her pickup in this parking lot in front of Big 5 off Yucaipa Boulevard in Yucaipa.
I was gonna get the diaper and somebody said hola, and I didn't see nothing since.
Haro says the bruise below her eye is from someone punching her out as she began to change her son in the back seat of her pickup.
I woke up right here on the floor, and I didn't see Emmanuel.
She says she looked around her vehicle and then ran in.
Okay, let me point this out. One, we all know that ain't the floor. That's the road. That's concrete. So say you were knocked out on your feet, right? Somebody struck you and knocked you out on your feet. You're going to fall to the ground. And usually if you just take a simple fall, you're going to have scratches. You're going to have abrasions. You're going to hit your head. It don't appear that she has any of those injuries consistent with a fall. Okay. Was she knocked out on her feet? These things are some of the things that made me think something's just not completely adding up. But I don't want to jump the gun. I want to give everything a chance to unfold. Maybe there's some evidence that will come out that does point to a kidnapper, somebody that could be crazy, homeless, schizophrenic. Emmanuel Haro is his name. He's 7 months old. This happened in San Bernardino. And police it's an ongoing investigation. There's no cameras at the store, but yes, there would be cameras in the area, and I'm sure police, as we speak, are pulling that footage from them cameras, reviewing cameras in the area to see who was around in that area. But at the same time, we got to remember this is a store. Was she the only person outside of the store at that time? I mean, it's possible, but she says she never seen the person. All she heard was hello. In one news interview, we hear that she was struck in the back of the head, but she has a black eye. Okay, to get a black eye, I mean, you could fall and hit your face and maybe get a black eye, but to me, the black eye looks a little tiny bit old. Now, I'm not an expert either on black eyes. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm not an expert on black eyes. And if this is something real, I'm praying to God, of course, that the family finds this baby and this baby's safe. Now, listen, there's a lot of crazy people out there that are capable of doing things. That's why I tell my viewers, always park in a well-lit area. Try not to carry a bunch of money around with you on yourself at any given time. But you don't expect somebody to knock you out and take your baby. That's a little bit different. And usually if something happened to somebody, like just, in the parent's defense, would you go to a heavily populated place and say the kid was gone when you could say, well, somebody broke into my house and kidnapped the kid? If you was making up a story, would you make up a story that had so many moving parts like this does? It has so many moving parts that kind of makes me think it could happen, right? It sounds crazy, and sometimes crazy things are what really happens. I still have a hard time buying it. Maybe that's just the true crime in me, right? Because I hear them whining. I hear the whining. But I don't see the tears. And for some reason, the father reminds me of Stephen Stearns. The same way that they talked about Maddie is kind of the way he talked about his child. Just change his diaper, feed him. I don't know. I'm getting a weird vibe from it, but I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to be blaming parents, right? It's just, to me, there's a little bit of weirdness to the case. And that could be normal. Like I said, it could be normal.
To the store searching for her son and called 911. The assault happened so fast, Haro says she wasn't able to give investigators a description of who hit her.
Everybody came, the dogs, helicopters.
The couple live in Cabazon, but say they were in Yucaipa because their older son had football practice at a nearby park. And Haro says she drove to Big Five Thursday night to buy him a mouth guard. Mary Housen is Emmanuel's grandmother.
They're not going to hurt that baby. That couple were just homebodies.
She says investigators have questioned the couple twice.
She can't handle it anymore. You know, she's been without her baby since yesterday afternoon. If you have my grandson, please give it to his mom. She's going crazy. Please have mercy on her.
Many have asked why no Amber Alert in this case. The Sheriff's Department says because they have no suspect or vehicle description, it does not meet the criteria for an Amber Alert. If you have any information about this case, you're urged to contact law enforcement.
Ain't that just crazy? Now, we know we need to fix the Amber Alert system in our country. This child is 7 months old in extreme danger. There's no Amber Alert for this child. Listen, it don't have to. Listen, there was no car in Sebastian Rogers. Okay? There was none of that. There was no kidnapper in Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian Rogers had an Amber Alert. Sebastian Rogers, I believe, because he was special needs, which he was highly functional on the autistic scale. So he wasn't really that slow. He was on the chess team and took care of himself, watched himself, but he did have special needs. Now, this child, by looking at him, I don't want to be judgmental, but he looks like he has some special needs. Okay, so I don't understand what is going on with these Amber Alerts and how come they don't issue these Amber Alerts immediately on these missing kids. All right, let me jump into this other video on it.
An update now on a developing story. The grandmother of a 7-month-old boy reportedly kidnapped, making a desperate plea for his return. The boy's family says he was taken from a store in Yucaipa after his mother was allegedly attacked. KKL News reporter Nicole Comstock is live in Yucaipa talking to the child's heartbroken loved ones. Nicole?
Well, Pat, this story has so many people here in town so worried about what happened to this little boy, including his own grandmother. Now, tonight she told me that her daughter tried for years and years to have this little boy, that she loves him very much and has always been very cautious with him. So she thinks investigators are wasting time questioning her.
If you have my grandson, please give it to his mom. She's going crazy. Please have mercy on her.
Mary Boyce-Housen is worried sick about her grandson, 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. Her daughter, Rebecca Haro, was the last person to see her infant son Thursday evening at this Big Five parking lot in Yucaipa before calling 911 and reporting that he was kidnapped.
Please don't hurt him, protect him, and just bring him back to his parents that love him.
Emmanuel's parents were supposed to embark on a search for their son tonight along with concerned community members, but didn't. Mary says that's because they were called into the sheriff's department again tonight for several more hours of questioning about Emmanuel's disappearance.
They kept questioning them and they're losing time, you know, like they're not going to hurt that baby.
Earlier today, Rebecca and her husband Jake spoke with us. They said they were at nearby 7th Street Park for their older son's football game yesterday. And Rebecca took baby Emmanuel with her to Big Five to purchase a mouth guard. She said after she parked near the front of the store, a kidnapper appeared and hit her in the head.
I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair. And I had his diapers right here. And then someone said, hola. And I couldn't even turn, and that was just, I don't remember nothing.
So if they said hola, we're probably looking for a Hispanic male or female. It could be either or, but I don't know. I hate to say this early on, is I see her whining a lot in the interviews, but I don't see no tears. Now, maybe, you know, people deal differently with grief. And the same thing with the father. When he talks, I see him doing the whole rubbing the eyes, you know, the same things we see Daniel do. Like when I cry, I don't rub my eyes. Tears just roll down my face and you'll see me wipe my face, right? Because I don't think rubbing your eyes really stops you from crying. If anything, it'll make your eyes water. Okay, rub your eyes, and I guarantee you, your eyes will start to water. I just have a hard time with it right now, and I don't want to be overcritical of these parents because they may be going through the worst thing they could have ever humanly possible to go through. I just don't know. We're going to discuss that, what you guys think, in just a minute.
She in her eye, in her face, yeah. That's what she says. That she said that when they hit her, she's just so white, she fall and she can't remember nothing.
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says they're working around the clock to find Emmanuel and bring him home. And authorities couldn't issue an Amber Alert because they need at least a suspect and vehicle description to do that. Details Rebecca couldn't provide them. There appear to be no security cameras in this parking lot. But tonight, Mary says investigators have tracked down some video.
They found a video, but I don't know what it's in the video, you know?
Like maybe from the area somewhere?
I don't know. They didn't say nothing, you know? My son just told me that they found a video, and but he had to take Becky home because she's just going crazy, you know? She can't handle it anymore.
And sheriff's investigators searched this whole area right away yesterday with scent tracking dogs. Some neighbors also tell us they've seen deputies looking at nearby ponds. Now, if you have any information about where this little boy is, you can contact the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. Reporting live in Yucaipa, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
Okay. So I see out here, Trippy Dead left a comment that says the father's having a child abuse charge from 2023 is a huge red flag. Now, listen, I don't know if that's true, so let me give my warnings. Dolly Vision's for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories, mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of chaos. Don't take nothing as fact here. It's completely satire. The caller's opinions are theirs and theirs alone, not to reflect on the Dolly. Everyone, and I mean everyone, even you guys watching, are innocent to proven guilty, just like this family. And the biggest one of them all, and by now y'all should know this, do not try to be Dolly at home. Now, my private investigator is in bed. She's asleep, okay? PJ is one of the best sleuths around, okay? Next to me. You know, I'm pretty good my damn self, but she's the best I could find, you know? And now I don't have to hire a PI. I have one in my house, okay? And she would have all the information on this family. She woke up for a few minutes when I was putting this video together. And I said, PJ, I want to show you this case before. I don't want to get up here and jump the gun. Right. And she said, well, that's probably the best thing to do is give it a little time and to wait. So I played the video for it. And the first thing she said is, I don't know. Right. She was like, she started to point out little red flags. And I said, well, PJ, I will discuss the case. I will be open-minded. I will not accuse these parents or anything. That I will just call out what I see as hard to believe or things that may not make a lot of sense, but I won't be super critical of the parents because it's too early, I think, to try to blame these people for something we don't know. We don't really know how they act. But if Trippy Dead is right and the father has a child abuse charge from 2023 is a huge red flag. And this is what PJ told me. Right. And I don't know if she wanted me to repeat it, but she said, for some reason, I get the vibe that the husband is beating on the wife. Okay. Now that's what she said. Then she got up and went to bed. And, you know, I told her, I said, PJ, you know, I kind of had that same vibe. I mean, we're on the same page of what we're thinking, but it's really too soon. Right. It's really too soon. Let's give these people right now the benefit of the doubt, and let's keep spreading awareness about this boy being missing, just in case it is somebody that's crazy or something's going on that is just out of the ordinary. Okay.
We want to get to the search now for that 7-month-old boy in the Inland Empire. His mother says someone attacked her and kidnapped her son from a shopping center parking lot.
NBC4's Christian Caceres live right now in Yucaipa. Christian, you just got some new information from the sheriff's department there.
That's right. Within the last hour, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has confirmed that both parents have been called to the sheriff's station to discuss this investigation, but they would not elaborate on those details. But what I can tell you is that the Haro family, they are desperate to get their 7-month-old son, Emmanuel, home. Now, his mother, Rebecca, tells me that she came to this Big 5 parking lot yesterday about 7 o'clock in the afternoon. But before she walked inside, she said she decided to change her son's diaper, and that's when she says someone attacked her and took off with her son.
And I noticed a smell from my baby, so I wanted to change it before I walked into the store. I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair, and I had his diapers right here, and then someone said hola, and I couldn't even turn, and that was just, I don't remember nothing. I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me.
He has a little lazy eye. What's the only thing that's distinctive about him, that he has no birthmarks. Beautiful, healthy baby boy, 7-month-old baby boy.
That healthy stood out to me too. Like, why would you, healthy baby boy? Like, why would you say healthy? Like, he was healthy when we had him, but he ain't healthy now. Like, that was one of those things that really kind of like, in no tears, pretty basically, I don't know. Like, I know dudes are a little bit tougher. Sometimes, you know, we hide our emotions. Some dudes are really good at hiding their emotions. But that healthy, he was a healthy baby boy, stood out to me. Why couldn't he have just said he's a beautiful baby boy? He's my kid. I love him to death. You know, it was when he was like, he's a healthy baby boy. Now the kid really does, you can really see in the pictures that he does have the wandering eye. But sometimes when I don't know if that's just his only problem, but they say he's healthy. So maybe this child had no other illnesses or anything like that. The black eye to me on the lady didn't look fresh. She said she was struck in the head, but I don't see no big, huge knot on her head. Like a big, I don't see no cut. I don't see no blood or bleeding from the head. And I've been hit pretty hard in the head. I ain't saying you can't knock somebody out without them bleeding. You absolutely can. But I think to black your eyes, you would probably need some type of skull fracture, or your brain would have to swell to black your eyes. Now, there's the possibility that she could have fell and hit something on her way down. But to me, it seems a little suspicious. Not that they've done anything wrong. Okay. We got 254 likes. That seems suspicious to me when there's 650 people in the room. So that means some of you guys didn't hit the video, the like on the video, and Dolly's here early morning, delivering y'all some crazy news coming out of San Bernardino. Okay. And it's strange. So, you know, when we start seeing things that, we kind of follow those cases, right? And people in the chat, I'll take a vote in just a minute after we get through this video. Where y'all sit with this? I wonder if y'all feel the same way as I do, because I just thought it was a little strange. The police are on it. Yes, the police are on it. The police are bringing them back in there for, you know, because I don't know if the police is completely believing this story. The police are on it. I believe we will get an update story this afternoon. One Feather says, I hope that is the case, because you know what is California? It's probably, 2 o'clock in the morning in California right now, middle of the night, so not a whole lot going on. So this evening, Eastern time, we'll probably get an update more about what they wanted to talk to the parents about. And my big question is this. This would clear a lot of stuff up for me. Was the baby seen at the football game? Okay. Is there cameras from there? Was the baby at the football game that she left? Okay. Now, if she left with a baby and now she don't have a baby, then it's possible what she's saying is true. But if there's no video of her with a baby at the football game, then things are a little strange. Thank you for being a member for 12 months. That is awesome of you. And if you haven't, make sure you like the video. Jump on the Blessed Express. You rocking with Dolly. You rocking with the best. And you know me, I am a true crime ninja. And it's very rare that I'm wrong about things in true crime. I think this is just too early for me to make up my mind. Falling backwards, fractured skull, no black eyes. See? Right there. She cracked her skull, no black eyes. I have busted my head open on the concrete and didn't have black eyes. Okay? I've only been knocked out one time in my life. I was, believe it or not, I was hit by a fence. I was standing beside a bridge. I had a big, huge metal fences, and I was fishing. And it was a drawbridge. And when the drawbridge shut, you could feel the ground shake. It kind of vibrated the ground like a tiny earthquake, but small, like this a little bit. You could feel it vibrate in the ground. Well, this fence was really tall, and the weld on the fence from the bridge moving broke. And as I was standing there fishing, I heard something like, and I look up and I see this fence coming. And so instantly I tried to run and jump out the way. But as I jumped, it said, wow, smacked me across the head. All right. A fallen fence. And it was a barbed wire fence too, because I had barbed wire stuck in my neck. Okay. From the fence. But the fence knocked me slam out. The only time I've ever been knocked out in my life. Split my head open. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got two people trying to pull the fence off of me. And when they're pulling it, the barbed wire is, guys, this is kind of nasty. It was in my neck, right? So as they're pulling up to try to lift the fence off of me, the barbed wire is ripping at my neck. And of course, I went to the hospital, got a bunch of stitches in my head. And let me tell you this, I didn't have no black eyes, okay? Because I was hitting the back of the head. It sliced me right open and knocked me out. And plus I didn't get no stitches from the barbed wire, but it left a bunch of holes in my neck. Okay. From the barbed wire to the fence. Terrible luck, wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, the parents who live in Cabazon, about 24 miles away, were in town for their son's sports competition yesterday. Now, the family says a big challenge they face is that the parking lot has no security cameras. Now, this afternoon, Yucaipa police releasing a statement saying investigators from our Specialized Investigations Division are continuing to investigate the reported kidnapping of a 7-month-old after the child's mother reported being attacked outside a retail store on Yucaipa Boulevard last night. Canine scent tracking dogs were deployed, but the child was not located. No suspect information is available at this time. And as we come back out here live, you can see a group out in the far distance. We're told that a search group is being organized this afternoon to help the family.
Okay, Dolly, Gilmerton or Old Great Bridge? It is the Great Bridge where I got the fence that fell on me was the Locks Bridge in Great Bridge. Okay. I was probably 14, 15 years old. Maybe I might, somewhere around there. It's probably 14, 15. I was out there fishing. So if you're familiar with this area, it was the Locks Bridge on Battlefield Boulevard that knocked me out. Okay. I call it the Mike Tyson Bridge because it's the only person that ever knocked me out was that bridge. So if you're familiar with the Chesapeake, Virginia area, that was the bridge that the fence broke and hit me in the head.
They're going to be combing through the area, talking to people to see if they can hopefully find some witnesses, find something that can help the family locate their son. Because again, as I say,
oh, you're in the creek? Yeah, it was the old bridge. It wasn't a new one. They built a new bridge there now. It was the one that opened up sideways. Did it open up sideways? I can't remember it opened up sideways or down, but it was the old bridge. It wasn't the new one. They built the new one recently, but it was the old bridge that did it.
I was telling you, the Otto family, they tell me that they are just desperate. They say they don't want anything with whoever took their son. They just want to make sure that their son is safe and that whoever took him, to please just give them a call, tell them where they can go pick up their son and they can go pick him up safely. They just want anyone's help right now. The public's information will be so crucial in this.
What's up, Subaru Steve? I've seen some of your videos on Sebastian Rogers. You be hanging out in the park shooting the videos. I've seen you before, Subaru Steve.
Investigation. That's the very latest from Yucaipa. Christian Casares, NBC4 News.
No, just Virginia has the Cody alert.
Why did Amazon send me 20,000?
Cody Bigsby went missing. You know, I was there searching for Cody Bigsby, and I was also at the trial of Corey Bigsby, his father that allegedly murdered him. So I did confront the father at the courthouse. You know, I hit him with the "Where's the baby?" for y'all people that seen that live. And not only that, I bumped into him in the bathroom at the courthouse. And when I bumped into, because I had already said something to him outside about where the baby at, right? So when I bumped into him hard. I didn't even notice him. Vincent, thanks for your dedication. No problem, Vincent. Thank you for being here. And thank you for such an awesome donation to the channel. That is super cool of you, brother. Thank you. Big virtual hugs to you. Homie daps. All right. I bumped in to Corey Bigsby in the bathroom and we locked eyes. I mean, it was one of those, like, he ain't a very big guy. I mean, he's kind of thick guy, but he ain't a very tall guy. So it was like eye to eye. Now I bumped him and I didn't realize it was him. I mean, I realized it was him once I looked at him, but I was just kind of walking in the bathroom. He was walking out and I kind of shoulder hit him like that. You know what I'm saying? And then he turned and looked at me. We looked eye to eye and you could see the fear, right? Like, I don't know if he thought I was going to attack him because I had ran up on him outside of the courthouse and started screaming at him, "Where's the baby?" So I don't know if he thought I was going to attack him or what in the courthouse, but I looked at him. He just looked scared, right? But he was also about to go to prison for 40 years. So that might be some of the fear too. You know, he's thinking he's about to get attacked and he's going to prison for 40 years. So, but me, I'm not trying to go to jail, you know, and I'm not the judge, jury, and the executioner. So I let that play out. The jury left. 30 minutes later, he was convicted. Okay. 2nd-degree murder. He got 40 some years. Plus he had 30 child neglect charges that he had to go back to court for. I don't know the outcome of that, but in that, one thing good came out of that. And that was the Cody alert. Okay. That we have here in Virginia that goes out instantly when there's a missing kids. It don't have to have everything that the Amber Alert, but it don't go out nationally. It goes out just in the whole state of Virginia. But hey, that's better than nothing. And we don't want to lose Cody, that beautiful little boy, in vain. At least something came out of what happened to him that may save other children in the future. Now, I don't really believe this lady. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I don't really believe the story. It's kind of strange, but here's one thing to take up for them. How did this woman know if she did plan this? Okay. How did she know they didn't have cameras? Right? Because most stores do. You go to any store in the country just about, and them stores are going to have cameras. How would they have known that this store didn't have any type of surveillance? Because her whole story would have fell apart if this store would have had cameras. Now, I don't know if there's any other cameras in the surrounding areas, but if the police are pulling you right back in to do more investigations, most likely they suspect you of committing the crime. And there's also rumors that the police have divers out there searching nearby lakes and ponds. Now, is this a case of a woman that, I don't know, that maybe did something horrible to her kid or maybe threw him in the trash? I mean, I know it sounds crazy to say that, but I've been dealt with so many mothers, you know, Leilani Simon to be one of them, that have thrown their babies in the trash. You know, perfectly good babies, nothing wrong with them, you know, and I don't know. I looked at that child and I was just like, and I looked at the mother. I was like, the child looks special needs. Okay. And I don't know. I'm not positive of that. That's just my opinion. Right. The guy looks like I don't know. It's hard to judge a book by the cover because sometimes big, scary looking guys are nice. Right. But when I seen the black eye, I was thinking this woman's probably abused. We've already had people come in here and say the father's been arrested before for child abuse. Now, I don't know if that's true. Okay. And I'm not going to put that on nobody until I can find some details on that. They knew something about the security at that shopping center, in your opinion. Maybe. I mean, sounds like Susan Smith again, in my opinion only. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we don't know. Like you would think broad daylight. If somebody came up and knocked you out, that would cause a little bit of a scene. Okay. And if you was running off with a baby, you would think somebody would see somebody running with a baby. And the way they described it, it sounds like Latino, Hispanic, hola, right? Let's just say this. I'm a redneck white dude. I'm not going to walk up to somebody and say hola, right? So what is going on? I mean, it makes sense. You pull over and change your baby. I mean, I had a baby. If we were in the car and my kid used the bathroom when she was little, we would pull over, change her diaper, keep on moving, keep on trucking, so to say. So that don't seem really strange. What seems strange to me that stood out the most to me was that she had black eyes, and it looked like the other eye might have been a little black too, or she could have been a late night person like me. Like I got bags under my eyes. My eyes are dark. Ain't nobody punch me in the eye. It's just I sleep like weird hours, so I'm always awake. So, but the black eye didn't look really fresh. I mean, usually when you first get punched, stuff is red and swollen. Where's the swelling? It looks like the swelling done went away, and she just has a black eye. Okay, but usually you get hit in the eye, the first thing it does is swells up. Okay, it looks like that black eye looks a week old to me, at least a week old. The swelling has went down, and it is completely dark black. Now, I ain't no expert, but I have had my ass kicked a couple times. Okay, with a mouth like this, it happens. It happens, right? You know what they say, if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. All right. I didn't make that up. So I just don't see the swelling. Did it? Yep. Red, swelling and red. Black eye was yellow too. That's what I'm saying. The black eye looks a week old. If she just got hit, her eye be swollen up, closed up. Like we don't see that. We see somebody that looks like they're healing from a black eye. And never said she got hit in the face. Nobody noticed that in the chat, that there was no swelling, there was no redness. Let's just say she fell and hit the mirror of the car. Boop. Her eye's gonna be swollen like damn. Remember Mike Tyson's eye when Buster Douglas hit him with the uppercut? I watched too much fighting to know that you can't be hit without something swelling up. Even if she got punched in the head, she would have a big ass knot on her head. You know what the police should do? Walk over there, rub her head. If you ain't got no knot on your head, woman, you going to prison. All right, because something's not adding up. And if they're pulling her back in there for more interviews, right, then of course they're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. Now, I pray to God that ain't right, that I'm wrong. I always pray, Dolly, maybe that ain't no damn birthmark. She said she woke up with a black eye, okay, from a coma. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. I ain't blaming her. I'm questioning the story. There's a big difference. This lady could be completely innocent, didn't do anything. Her and her husband could be the greatest family from here to damn East Coast to the West Coast. I'm just questioning things that it's my squirrels. They're kicking around the acorns in my head, and they're like, I don't know. Seizure disorder. Where's the baby, says PJ. Here's my thing. That baby, if you just want to ask my professional opinion, and this ain't my psychic yet because it's too soon. That baby's somewhere in that area, that general area. And I don't know if that baby's been kidnapped or if that baby's been dumped. But I don't believe it to be too far from that area. Here's my big thing, and hopefully the police watch this and investigators, and if you haven't yet, and I know they have, because a lot of people think the police are stupid. I don't. I think the police are smart. I mean, most of the people in prison are in prison not because of YouTubers, but because of the police and detectives and good police work, right? That's why I support the people in blue. Okay, that place may not have a camera, but where else did they go that day? I would start pulling cameras from that place, and I want to see some proof of life that that child was even at the Big Five that day. Okay? For all we know, this lady walked into the place and said that, and this never happened. Here's the thing. She was knocked down on the ground. For how long? Okay? How long was you knocked out? If you got there at 7, did you pull up at 6? How long was you? So you laid on the ground, knocked out in front of a store, and nobody seen you? You got up and went into the store off the floor, she said, which was the concrete. You got off the concrete, walked in the store looking for your baby. Like your 7-month-old baby got up and just jogged up in the store after you got knocked out. I'm going to have to say this is a where's the baby case. Okay. I would be like, lady, listen, I ain't buying that. You know, you going to have to tell us where that baby's at. Is what
I want you to do the where's the baby.
Who?
The chat.
The chat wants me to do the where's the baby. I ain't even got no super chats. They want to where's the baby at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I ain't feeling the where's the baby love. Okay. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling that today. All right. Dolly ain't even ate breakfast yet. I'm lying. I ate some chicken and some rolls just a few minutes ago. All right. Where's the baby? Okay. Where's the baby, lady? I would have her handcuffed to a chair. You live in that place? Have you ever been hit in the head and your baby snatched? I'm having a hard time believing
Where's
it.
all the other people around?
Yeah, where's all the other
Nobody
people?
shop there?
Debbie, let's ask Debbie. Debbie, you live there. Are you buying this story, Debbie? It's your town. Listen, I've never been there. I've never been to LA or California or anything. Is it that bad there to where you can't change your baby's diaper without getting busted upside the head? You know, that's my question. One of them snapped and the other decided to stand by her or him. Is this a situation the helicopters went around my house with their bullhorns? Okay. All right, Debbie. I mean, is this a situation where a woman's choosing a man over the baby? We've seen that a lot. Cell hounds. Is that how that said? Okay, PJ and Dolly, where's the baby? All right. All right. You starting the Dolly train. The $2 drive is alive. Okay. Dolly got to eat. All right. I got to survive. I got to pay these light bills. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's take a vote. There's 750 of you in the room. Okay. 750 of you here with me. If you believe there's some type of foul play in this, I want you to like this video. Don't cheat. And press 1 if you believe there's foul play. If you believe this is an actual kidnapping, I want you to like the video. And then I want you to press 2. Okay. I just want to see where my viewers are at with this. Are y'all feeling the same way I'm feeling about this? It's a little strange. I see a lot of ones. I see a lot of ones coming in from just the information we're given. You know, there's probably more information, but we got to go by what we're given and the reactions that we're seeing. Not one person thinks this is a kidnapping. Okay, right here, we got a kidnapper. All right. Somebody that thinks, well, you're not a kidnapper, but somebody that thinks it was a kidnapping. You're the only person so far that thinks this was a kidnapping. Short legs, do you always disagree with whatever I say? So Short Legs thinks it's a kidnapping. Don't know yet. Okay, a little too early for you. Dolly, I don't believe that the story I just got on and what I seen was sus. Okay. I agree with you guys. I'm here on the East Coast, Tennessee. Thank you for being here with us. A lot of ones in the chat. All right. It's early morning, only 7 a.m. We got like 800 of you here with us. And most of y'all believe something is wrong with the story that I have been going over with you this morning.
We want to get to
now
an update now.
If you're just tuning in, I want to
a desperate search today.
I want to recap a little bit. So some of you guys may just be tuning in. Okay. Hey, say hi to everybody, Lo. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. What do you think, Lo? Is it a kidnapping? If it's a kidnapping, Look at the people. If it's a
She
kid,
looked dead at the screen.
if it's foul play, give daddy kisses. Give daddy kisses if it's foul play. Okay, you think it's a kidnapping, Lilo? Really? I better be careful when I go to change you, okay? I'm going to make sure nobody kidnaps little Lolo. All right, Lo. I'll give you a bone later for starring on my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all give Lolo a like, okay? Even if you hate my ugly face, how can you hate this little pretty doggy? How can you hate her? And if Lolo, we don't get 1,000 likes, I'm not feeding Lolo today, all right?
You're about to starve. What are you talking about? It's
I was
you.
kidding. I was
It's
kidding.
you. No,
I don't get to eat unless we get 1,000 likes. Okay, so here we go. Let's do a little recap for people that are just tuning in. This is Emmanuel Haro. All right. He's 7 months old, San Bernardino, California. Kidnapped 7 o'clock Friday night. Parents said they pulled up. Mother pulled up to get a mouth guard for her son. Changing the baby's diaper. Somebody came up, hit her in the back of the head. She woke up on the floor.
With a black eye?
With a black eye. And I don't know what floor either. The floor, she said, but that was just probably a slip up. And when she woke up, her baby was missing.
That could just be a translation issue.
Yeah, it could be a
My mom
translation
would do
thing.
something like that.
Yeah, your mom, your mom's Croatian. She may say something that's not.
Call it a floor. And
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it could be translation.
For a 7-month-old baby boy, his mother says he was kidnapped from a Big 5 parking lot in Yucaipa. That mother saying she was changing baby Emmanuel's diaper when someone attacked her and took off with the child.
Tonight, an investigation is underway, but no description of the suspect has been released, and it's unclear if any surveillance video exists. Sarah Welch has the latest developments from Yucaipa.
Sharon, Micah, that is one of the big questions. There doesn't appear to be any security video pointing at the parking spot where the mom was at. And tonight, investigators tell us they have no suspect or vehicle description, but they continue to review security footage. Meantime, the parents are begging for their baby's safe return.
I thought the same thing, 7 months and only 21 pounds. I thought he was a small child. When I first seen him, I was like, is this a special needs child? Did he have medical problems and maybe something's happened? Okay, now I got a big old French bulldog in here with me.
It's just a baby. Just give our son back, please.
A desperate plea from the parents of 7-month-old Emmanuel, now missing for more than 24 hours.
He was wearing a black onesie with a Nike swoosh on him.
That's what Rebecca Haro says her baby was last wearing when she says someone snatched him out of her pickup in this parking lot in front of Big 5 off Yucaipa Boulevard in Yucaipa.
I was gonna get the diaper and somebody said hola, and I didn't see nothing since.
Haro says the bruise below her eye is from someone punching her out as she began to change her son in the back seat of her pickup.
Take that money.
I woke up right here on the floor.
He's about to rob you.
I didn't see Emmanuel.
She says she looked around her vehicle and then ran into the store searching for her son and called 911. The assault happened so fast, Haro says she wasn't able to give investigators a description of who hit her.
Everybody came, the dogs, helicopters.
The couple live in Cabazon, but say they were in Yucaipa because their older son had football practice at a nearby park. And Haro says she drove to Big 5 Thursday night to buy him a mouth guard. Mary Housen is Emmanuel's grandmother.
They're not going to hurt that baby. That couple were just home buddies.
She says investigators have questioned the couple twice.
She can't handle it anymore. She's been without her baby since yesterday afternoon. If you have my grandson, please give it to his mom. She's going crazy. Please have mercy on her.
Many have asked why no Amber Alert in this case. The Sheriff's Department says because they have no suspect or vehicle description, it does not meet the criteria for an Amber Alert. If you have any information about this case, you're urged to contact law enforcement. In Yucaipa, Sarah Welch, KTLA 5 News.
Okay, so say hi to everybody, Rangy. Say hi to everybody. Tell them to like the video, sub up, or the Frenchie don't get to eat. He got a big old head, don't he? Say I'm a big old head French bulldog. Say I'm just a French
You ate
bulldog.
enough today, huh? Already, and it's 7 o'clock.
He's just waking up. Rangy, Do you think it was a kidnapping or is this a murder? Let me know. Kisses if it's a murder. Kisses. Okay, it's a kidnapping. You think it's a kidnapping? I think both the dogs think it's a kidnapping.
That's strange.
Okay. I don't know, Rangy. We'll have to check on it. All right. Get on. Go to mama. Oh. That dog is heavy. Good Lord. He eats
He's
too
been
much.
eating,
No wonder I'm starving. The dog done ate everything. So, strange situation we got going on here. Did anyone see all the missing kids in Virginia in the last 10 days? Well, here's the thing, guys. There's somebody made a video of it. Okay, in the last 2 weeks, 50 kids have come up missing from Virginia. But if you look at statistically across the country, that's every state in America almost. 50 kids are missing. A lot of them may be kidnapping. Some of them could be runaways. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but you know, we gotta change laws and do things to help protect our kids. One of them is we need to fix the Amber Alert, okay? Because I don't honestly think this is a kidnapping. What do you think, PJ? What's your first gut feeling?
That something doesn't add up. Their story seems rehearsed to me, and the simple facts of the story don't make sense. In the one interview I had thought that I heard her say she got hit, but the second one she said in the back of the head. So why does she have the bruise on her? Like, how it might be an old bruise. Like, did she really get hit from the back? And someone said, "Hola." I understand that
Distraught parents in
Ukraine, so that's normal. But I mean, where's anybody? Like, is it midnight? Like, what time?
She didn't say if it sounded like a man or a woman. Just hola. Was it a deep hola, or was it, like a woman's voice, soft spoken? See, they don't really specify. And we got to think. I ain't saying a woman can't hit you hard enough to knock you out. They absolutely could.
If it was with something, maybe. But I mean, how do you hit somebody in the back of the head hard enough without an object?
I mean, you can be punched in the head. Even in fighting in the UFC, you ain't allowed to punch in the back of the head because when you get hit in the back of the head, it'll rattle your brain around.
Oh, sit down, dude.
So, that's why there's no punching behind,
I know, but how?
on the sides of the head or behind the ear.
It doesn't seem like a natural thing to do is to punch somebody in the back of the head.
I mean, if you just hit somebody hard enough to knock them out in the back of the head with your fist, you would break your hand.
How long are you out at that point?
That's what I asked too. Like, how long did she lay on the ground without nobody seeing her out there laying on the ground with the vehicle doors open?
Wrangler.
Get
You
him.
Take your whole brain
Hold on.
straight down. Come here. There he is.
All right.
Sit down.
Take him into the living room.
Come on.
Hold on, guys.
Come on. Come on. And why? You know the extra words that people like to throw in, like, Sebastian went to bed and said, "I love you, Mom."
Yeah.
The fact that man said that child was healthy several times means that there was some type of issue, and
Where he wasn't healthy. Yeah, that's what I thought too. As soon as he kept saying in different interviews how healthy of a child he was, I was thinking, I've seen healthier. 7-month-old, 21
Said he
pounds.
was happy, and I don't see any photos of that baby being happy.
I mean, it's hard to say he's not happy. I mean,
there's no smiling photos.
not that I've seen.
That's what I mean.
Yucaipa are searching for their 7-month-old son. The boy's mother says her baby.
The boy's name is Emmanuel Haro. Okay, San Bernardino. The family was at a football game. The mother decided to go buy a mouth guard, which don't make sense. Why would you leave your kid's game? Right? That don't make sense. Then you go to the store, instead of going in the store and changing the baby in the bathroom or a changing station, you do it in the car, which that ain't weird. People change babies in the back seats of cars all the time, or truck. But where it gets strange is where you get knocked out and you got black eyes that look like they're not fresh. There's no swelling on her face. So she didn't recently hit her face. Her face ain't even red. She has a black eye that looks like it's at least a week old. You got a 7-month. Hey, babe, look up the dad. Somebody already said he's been charged with child abuse in 2023. Okay, we're going to pull his criminal record real quick to see if he has been arrested.
Baby was kidnapped after she was attacked by a stranger in front of a store last night.
Now his parents are pleading for the public's help to bring their baby boy home safely. Alina Abobian live.
Did you hear me? No. I said, could you pull the dad's criminal record? Somebody said he was arrested for child abuse in 2023.
Not surprising.
Not surprising is what PJ says. Now, right now, that's just rumor. I don't know if there's any truth to that. But we will try to find out if this family has, you know, any past history of any abuse. Now, look, we just went over Jaden Spicer's case. Jaden Spicer, of course, his mother was, you know, charged with child neglect with intent to hurt or kill a baby. And next thing you know, she kills the baby, allegedly, and buries the baby in a tote. So usually where there's signs of abuse, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I don't know. I just don't think everything is completely adding up in this case.
In Yucaipa with the latest on the investigation. Alina.
Hi there, guys. Good evening. Well, the parents absolutely beside themselves as they continue to search for their 7-month-old baby. Now, take a look behind me. The baby went missing in this very parking lot here in Yucaipa, right in front of this Big Five store. Friends and family have gathered at this hour. They're getting ready to.
Okay, average weight range for a 7-month-old boy in the U.S. is 14 to 22 pounds. Okay, so that would put him right on weight. If that's the, you know, I would think, I think I was a little bigger.
I think every baby that I've ever seen was a little bit bigger. Wrangler's 22 pounds.
Yeah, Wrangler's
25 pounds.
Yeah, but he ain't a baby.
I know, but that's your idea of what weight. That's all I did that for.
Yeah, so that baby would be Wrangler size.
To go out for a search party.
No, he's gone. I can't find him. If you know anything, please come and bring my son back. Please, I'm begging you.
It's a mother's desperate plea for help in finding her 7-month-old baby boy, Emmanuel. Rebecca Haro says it all happened Thursday evening around 7. She, her husband, and their 2 other children were at a nearby park for their older son's football practice. She says she drove over to this Big Five store to buy a mouth guard for her older son.
I came over here, I parked right here in this edge. When I was coming over here, I smelled the baby went to the restroom. It's like, okay, Papa, don't worry, we're going to change you.
Rebecca says she took out a diaper and laid the baby down next to the car seat. She only remembers a voice she heard.
I was going to get the diaper and somebody said, oh.
I thought that too. What if they left the baby in the car at the practice field, and when she went to the car, the baby, you know, not with us anymore, and she's disposed of the baby? I've thought that, you know, just every theory that I could kick around in my head. I would think that the police need to pull every camera from around that football field and ask them everywhere they went, go back on their route and try to get every bit of camera footage they can, because I want to see some proof of life of this baby from that day. That would be the key thing for me as an investigator.
Supposedly at the game that they were at, and I got the way that, I don't know if it's a translation issue again, but the way she tells that story doesn't, like, I'm just imagining my child when she was 7 months old, and she literally just said, oh, I had smelled that he had went to the restroom, like he physically walked to the bathroom.
Yeah, I think it may have something to do with a little bit of translation.
It has.
And I didn't see nothing since. I woke up right here on the floor, and I didn't see Emmanuel.
Rebecca says she woke up with a black eye and her baby gone. She searched around the car, ran into the store, then called 911.
Everybody came, the dogs, helicopters.
But no sign of Emmanuel and no witness to what may have happened.
Whoever took my son, please return him. We just want him back. We won't do anything to you. We just give.
Don't he sound like Stephen Stearns? He sounds like Stephen Stearns to me.
We won't do anything to you.
Yeah, they won't put you in jail. They won't do anything. They just want the baby back. It sounds so much like Stephen Stearns to me. The guy sounds almost just like him.
It's our son. Just keep him safe. Don't hurt him. Make sure.
They're whining, but they're not crying. They're just whiny.
And who in their right mind has their child taken from them and
I mean, it can happen. If somebody busts you upside the head.
you have a black eye?
Yeah, I mean, anything is. I'm just saying anything's possible. I'm saying it's possible it could have
And
happened.
nobody sees it.
I think it's highly unlikely.
It's just like, are they in a area with population of 50? Like how? I mean,
San Bernardino has a large population, and it was busy, and it was daytime.
You feed them, change them.
Emmanuel's father, Jake, says his family does not have any enemies and can't imagine who or why anyone would take their baby.
If you know anything, please come forward or take him to the cops or please let us know anything, please.
are they mentioning the baby in past tense?
Now, an Amber Alert did not go out for Emmanuel because it does not meet the criteria for an Amber Alert. However, according to the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, they are still investigating this as a suspected kidnapping. So if you have any information, you're urged to contact the Sheriff's Department. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting here in Yucaipa, KTLA 5 News.
All right.
Okay, so that's the latest YouTube updates. Let me see if there's been any other updates that's come out on this child. Real fast. All right, let's see. 8 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 2 days ago, 13 hours ago. All right, let me see what Newsweek says about it. Okay, we got another video. I'm gonna play this in just a second after this commercial. At least the audio from it. Okay, let me close all this. I hate these long commercials. All right, 7 seconds, 5 seconds.
The Sheriff's Office received a phone call of a reported kidnapping in progress on the city's north side.
Oh, that is not the video. That is not the video. Deputies with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, SBCSD in California, are searching for reportedly, I like how they say that, reportedly, like they don't believe it, kidnapped 7-month-old boy after his mother told authorities she was attacked and the infant was stolen from her. The reported abduction of 7-month-old in parking lot of a shopping center raises immediate concerns for public safety. What to know? The SBCSD posted about the mother account around 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time Friday, saying the deputies from the Yucaipa station were at the scene in response to the report of the missing child. Deputies say the boy named Emmanuel was last seen wearing a black Nike onesie. He is described as weighing 21 pounds and 24 inches tall with brown hair and brown eyes. Deputies also note that the child is cross-eyed. Okay. In the follow-up post, the Sheriff's Department said it is continuing to investigate as the child's mother says she was attacked outside a store. Canine scent tracking dogs were deployed, but the child was not located. No suspect information is available at this time, deputies have added. This is an ongoing investigation, and we are seeking the public's help in locating the child. Let me see what this says. Show more. And they posted this on their X. Let me share this with you guys. Right here, boom. He's wearing a black onesie. If you have any information, please call 911 or the sheriff's dispatch at 909-387-8313. No additional information is available at this time. Okay. So I don't know, guys. I just don't know. This is one of those situations where.
Did the dad really say that he was healthy, like in the past tense?
I just thought he said he was a healthy boy. I didn't know. I didn't catch he was a healthy boy.
Huh.
Because there's no Amber Alert because there's no signs of kidnapping.
We always go through this.
Right. But they use that as an excuse. But we seen with Sebastian Rogers, they issued an Amber Alert. And Sebastian Rogers, there was no signs of a kidnapping with Sebastian Rogers. So to me, I mean, what's the difference from one kid to another kid? It's like they pick and choose who they want to issue Amber Alert for. Dolly, did they take the car seat, the baby and baby stuff, or just the baby? That they didn't say. I'm assuming they just took the baby. California has different Amber Alert requirements. Well, Tennessee's the same thing. You got to have signs of abduction. You got to have a vehicle description, license plates, or the person that may have done it. And they had none of that in the Sebastian Rogers case, and they issued an Amber Alert. You can't issue an Amber Alert with no info. They had no info on Sebastian.
They just knew they considered him.
Right? So you can't say what you can and can't do. They do it at their discretion when they want to do it and when they don't want to do it. Right? Is there a difference because this kid is Hispanic and he's not a little white kid? Okay, to me, it makes no difference what kid it is. Every kid matters, no matter if you white, black, purple, green, or blue. Would they have issued this Amber Alert for a kidnapped white kid if you screaming your kid's been kidnapped? But right now, we're a day and a half in, no vehicle description. The only people they seem to be concerned about is the family, interviewing them. So this seems like a case where the police suspect the parents. And I think a lot of people in here already, just from what we've seen, suspect the parents. And like I said, I'm not saying it's impossible that, somebody didn't hit this lady in the head and grab the baby. And it looked like it appeared to me to be a trailer park across the street from that area. I'm not positive, but that's what it looked like when I seen some of the cameras pan. It looked like there were some mobile homes or trailers that were directly across the street. But before you go kicking in people's doors, I mean, you got to believe the story you being told. Because I don't think somebody grabbed a baby and ran far with a baby, right? And was it a woman? Was it a man? I like to know, was it a deep voice? Was it a soft-spoken voice? Like, that makes a difference. We don't know if we're looking for a man. We don't know if we're looking for a woman. I noticed a kid, too. Kind of odd. Good morning, Dolly. Good morning to everybody. I hope everybody's having a great morning. I know some people that in San Bernardino that are not having a good morning this morning. And listen, I pray I'm wrong and I'm just being overcritical because, I'm a true crime person. Her English is fine. You think so? So why no alert? Dolly, my cousin Jessica Ridgway, was kidnapped by witches and sacrificed. Look up Nathan Reynolds, former witch. He is the one who helped find out what happened to
Those
Jessica.
stories are very rare.
It happens a lot. Well, I mean, I understand kids get kidnapped every day. There's people that grab kids. That's the reason they put locks on hospital doors and the nurseries and stuff like that, because people have tried to walk up in the hospitals and steal babies or switch babies. Like, okay, your kid's cute. My kid looks like a gremlin. Let me take your kid. So, I mean, they got the ID bracelets and stuff on the kids and stuff now when they're born. I mean, yes, there's people that will really grab a baby, right? There's, what was that movie? Raising Arizona? Get me that baby, right? And they had 7 kids and he figured he'd take one. And he climbed up the window with a ladder and grabs one of the babies. Anybody seen that movie, Raising Arizona? So, I mean, yeah, I know people kidnap kids, right?
My prediction, I'm not being overly judgmental, but I am, just by what the dad said about him being healthy, is that something occurred to where he passed and
They covered it up
they covered it up, whether it's
because they didn't want to be at fault.
Of course, nobody wants to be at fault. They don't want to get in trouble because they probably either left him in the car or something happened medically to where he wanted to bring that out to everybody. To like, it's like liars can't hide everything when they speak, and pieces of stuff that's being said in the very beginning on every story is important. And I feel like he said it two times, and so for him to want to make it the focal point of the conversation, to me, really makes me want to believe that something occurred to that child that was maybe took him by, like maybe they didn't know the kid had seizures or something.
And listen,
or
this is the importance that I've been talking about. And even you'll be able to go onto our website, buydollysoap.com, and you will be able to buy trackers for your kid. They will be on the store later today. And these trackers, you can pin them to their clothes like a pin. And you know how a security tag is in a store, to where you buy it and they got to put it in a machine to take it off. These are how these trackers are. I'm selling for $25 a piece, right? You pin them on your kids' clothes. They can be ripped off, but I suggest you hide it inside a book bag or inside their jacket or something of that nature, and you can track your kids. So we've been saying that we're going to sell these things because, there's too many kids getting kidnapped. So what can we do to help? And I was like, well, we already have the merch store, but we don't sell nothing to track people. Right. So the only way you can get these things off, and most people won't know this, is you got to have a magnet. Okay. A magnet will take off the tracking device, but we will have them tracking devices later today on our site for $25 a piece. Okay. So if you got a kid or a grandkid or a pet, maybe you want to click it onto the collar of your pet. It won't come off. Okay. Unless you have a big magnet. And it'll take it off. But most kidnappers ain't running around with a magnet. Okay. So that way they can't lose it. It pins to their stuff, and you can track it through Bluetooth. And if it goes out of Bluetooth range, you can track it by GPS. Okay. So it has replaceable batteries in it. So you will need to change the batteries every now and then in it, but the batteries last a good while. But it's good to have on your kids, school's coming back, grandparents out there, parents out there, and you can pin these onto them. So they can't even lose them. They can't get it off without a magnet, right? So pin these onto book bags, on the inside of a jacket, on the inside pocket, in a sleeve. They're small. They're probably about the size of these are a little bit bigger, but they're good. I didn't want to, get a little thin one that could be broke, or, we wanted a good product for you guys out there to track your kids and your grandkids. So they will go on the store later today, and we're selling them, I believe, for right around $25. And ask yourself, is your kid worth $25? Is your grandbaby worth $25? Is your pet worth $25? Well, dang, you can even put them on your keys, like your lanyard. If you want, you can pin one to it. You can track your keys. You can put them in your luggage, whatever you want to do. But the fact is, this should be available to every child. Okay. I almost think the schools should issue them or something like that. I just think it's important that these kids have these devices, and we want one that's good, and affordable. We didn't want nothing too crazy, because some tracking devices can go up for $100, $200. There's watches out there that are like $500 for your kids. So right now we'll have them available on our store. They'll probably sell out pretty fast. And they will go up later today by DollySoap.com. And this is a way that you can pin these to your kids. Okay. And keep up with your loved ones. All right. Or if you have an elderly person in your family, maybe you need to keep up with Meemaw. Maybe you need to keep up with Paw Paw. Maybe you want somebody steal your car, throw one of them in the vehicle. Then you always know where your vehicle's at. And you can believe, like, you know, I drive a Slingshot. It's like a motorcycle type vehicle. They're one of the most stolen vehicles around, believe it or not. And I didn't know that. Like, and then I'm in a lot of these groups, and they're like, people steal these Slingshots all the time because they're easy to hotwire. I didn't know that, right? And so now I'm going to put a tracking device in my Slingshot. So you steal my car, I'm coming to get it back. Okay. Well, it's like a motor car. It's a car in the front and a motorcycle in the back, and they get stolen a lot. Amazon, PetSmart even sell them cheaper. Yeah, but you don't want the cheap ones that are not going to work. You want a tracking device that's going to work, be reliable, because the last thing you want is your kid to go missing and the damn thing not work. Okay, so you want something good and reliable, and we'll have that for you. I ain't saying you can't buy them from there. You can buy them from wherever you want. If you want to buy a really expensive one, you can buy a really expensive one. If you want to buy a good one, affordable, then we'll have them available for you. We didn't want the highest end product. We wanted a good product that was affordable for you guys. So that way we can get as many of them out there as we can. And the more that go out, the more kids that'll be safer. Okay. It's just a way of us helping bring a little safety to the kids. What can we do to help has always been my question from day one. So I probably should have added these to my merch store 2 years ago, but it's better late is better than never. Okay. But we'll have them available for your loved ones, and make sure you check them out. And while you're there, pick up some Dolly soap. At least wash your ass, okay? If nothing else, right? If nothing else, wash your crack. I was working on different products last night, soaps, lotions, body washes. We got some new soaps. So make sure y'all, and that'll all go on to the store today. Everything is not up yet because I've been up all night working on stuff. And PJ's been asleep, so she hasn't added anything to the store. But tomorrow, later today, when she gets up and she's on the computer and everything, we will add the tracking devices. We'll add the new soaps, the new lotions, the new body washes. There's Dolly hats. There's keychains. There's a whole bunch of new stuff that is going to be in the merch store. So, and hopefully this will help people, right? That's just one of my things I can do to help. Why was the baby alone? The baby was not alone. All right. If you're just tuning in, the baby was not alone. The baby was in the car with his mother. The mother stopped at a store to get a mouth guard. All right. Because her son was playing football up the street. She said she was changing a diaper and somebody came up and hit her in the back of the head. But she had a black eye that looked old. I'm thinking, I don't know if PJ ever looked up to father. PJ! She may have went back to bed. I don't know. It's too early in the morning for PJ. And it's her day off, so I don't want to drive her too crazy. But people are alleging the dad. Did you ever look the dad up? People are alleging the dad had been arrested for some type of child abuse in 2023. Now that's allegedly. We don't know that for a fact. Okay. But what we do know is this beautiful little boy is missing. All right. Even though he's cross-eyed, he's still a special little man and he needs to be found. Okay. So when I seen him, I thought he may have had some mental health issues, but what they're saying right now is he's just cross-eyed. Right. So, that can be corrected as you get older and can wear glasses. I knew a girl, she was cross-eyed and her eye would look like completely to the left. But so when she put her glasses on, it would pull her eyes straight. So when she had her glasses on, she wasn't crooked-eyed. But as soon as she pulled her glasses off, the eye would drift all the way to the left. So that looks like something that could have been corrected as he got older and probably wore glasses. But a lot of things were like, made me think when they were saying, oh, he was a healthy little boy. Why would you say that? Like, was he? I can get it if he wasn't healthy. Well, he's on medicine and he'll die without his medicine. But usually people don't tell you how healthy their kids are. It's very close to the border. Thanks for nothing, California. You're not looking them up right now?
No, I'm going back to sleep, but I was reading the forum, and there's two initial stories that were told about this case. One report in the beginning where this got initially reported was that the father was inside the Big Five with another child.
Okay, that the father was inside. It was reported.
And then this is just on a forum, so it's not.
Yeah, this ain't fact. This ain't nothing factual. This is just rumor.
If they're losing their minds or did they hear a different story originally? And somebody said, confusing reports. Of course, I had read that she ran into a store and asked if anyone had seen a baby or someone with a baby.
We only got 551 likes. I'm about to rage quit. I'm about to rage quit on you guys. Yeah, I mean, there's different stories coming out right now. We can't say for sure. I can't. That father has a history. People have been coming into the chat room that have been following this, and they're saying that the father has a history of child abuse. Dolly, please read my super chat. Okay, did I miss it? Dolly and PJ, do you still make pink sugar rollers? Yes, we do. Body sprays, rollers, soaps, lip balms. What else do we make? All kinds of stuff. We got bath bombs that are going on to the store today. PJ, I made the soap, but PJ hasn't made anything in a while. So I don't, she sometimes does them as the orders come in. So say she sells 10-cent rollers, she'll start making them. All right. So if there ain't an order out on something, usually she don't make them until there's some orders that get behind. So I honestly don't know, because PJ was telling me that she needs to do inventory on everything today. And I just keep making stuff. All right. So we got to put all that stuff onto the store. So I don't see a super chat. I seen it. It just asked if we still have the pink sugar rollers, because we do these. PJ makes these scent rollers where it's like perfume, but it don't come in a spray bottle. It comes in like a little roll-on bottle, and you like rub it on your wrist, and we got it in pink sugar, love spell. She does it a bunch of different stuff. I need pink sugar roller and lotion. I don't know if we have the lotion, but we definitely got pink sugar soap. We may have the body wash, but I don't know if we have lotion. We might have some pink sugar lotion in there. Because once PJ does the inventory, she'll give me a list of all the stuff I need to make, and then I'll make it. Okay. I saw Tyler sitting in a car alone, and she waved at me. I stayed there until the mom came out the store. Parents need to stop leaving children alone in vehicles. Absolutely. And I mean, especially in the summertime, and we know California's hot. And like I said, the police need to go back, and they need to really like try to pull up video footage from where, they were playing football, or anywhere that day that you could. Did y'all stop and get gas? Did you stop and get food? Like anywhere they may have stopped, they need to get this video footage and pull it up. And I'm sure when they brought them back in for that second interview they've done on this little boy, they started asking them, okay, did you stop anywhere? What way did you go? Because what they're doing is they're backtracking their steps and getting video footage, and they're trying to find videos of this little child with them alive. And I mean, that would, as an investigator, that would be my first step. Let's see if the baby was there first before we, start accusing these people or anything. Was the baby even there? So the first thing they need to prove is this baby at some point was with them, and this baby was alive. Did anybody see that baby? They were at the football game. Did anybody see this mother? So I think that's why they're asking for the public's help, is because, hey, we need witnesses to say, hey, yeah, I seen this baby. The mother was feeding them and burping them, and, He's 7 months old. But if nobody's seen this child, and then you got this mother reporting this wild story, you know, which ain't impossible. I'm still going to say to you guys, it's not impossible that something like this could happen. Dolly PJ, what's a fantastic idea? Good morning, Dolly in chat and mods. Hey, Bubby, good to see you in the room. So I'll recap this in just a few minutes. I just want y'all's take on what was going on with this. Matter of fact, I'll open up the phone lines. Well, it's kind of early for the phone lines. I usually don't open the phone lines in the morning. But if you're interested in calling in, press 1 in the chat. If people want to call in, I'll open the phone lines. But if nobody really wants to call in, then there's no reason to really open them. But if y'all want to chat it up on the phone about this case, just press 1 in the chat. And if there's a few people interested in calling in, I'll open the phone lines. What's PJ's email? PJ's not so secret diary, I believe. She'll probably post it in the chat, or one of my mods can, because I don't know. I don't email her. I just scream, PJ, okay, every time I need her. Stay on it, Dolly. You'll get the truth. Okay, y'all want to chat it up on the phone? Okay, give me a second. I'll open the phone lines. Okay, the phone lines are now open. Let me throw the call-in number up on the screen for you guys. As soon as I find it. All right, there's. Oh, I knew it. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Sunshine and Shadows.
Hey, Sunshine. What's going on with you?
After first.
That you did.
Okay, so I've been wanting you to open these phone lines for a minute.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to keep track of all my thoughts that I wanted to talk to you about on this. So, number one, I'm agreeing with you on the tears. There's no tears.
Yeah, there's a lot of whining, but no actual physical tears rolling out their eyes. And usually if I cry, my eyes will get bloodshot. They'll be all red and watery. And I didn't really see that in their eyes either. Like Nancy, we were watching Nancy the other day, and she was talking about Jaden Spicer, and she about started to cry. And you could see her eyes instantly turn red and kind of swelled up a little bit. And and I was like, you can't fake that. That's your body's reaction. And I didn't see that in them. I seen them whining like, oh, baby, but no actual physical tears. I cried a sad movie. Okay. I cried during happy movies.
I was crying at Grey's Anatomy earlier, so
yeah, so I usually when I see people that lack emotion, it's kind of like, that's kind of a red flag to me.
it is. And the major thing for me, the major red flag right off, like as soon as I clicked onto your video and I heard you talking for like maybe 5 minutes, and I was like, this sounds like an old Lifetime movie I've seen before. Like, I mean, I can't remember for the life of me, but I feel like I have watched a movie with that almost exact plot.
Yeah. I mean, it does have a kind of a Lifetime movie vibe to it, like it almost reminds me of the lady that drowned her kids in the lake and said the black guy stole the car. You remember that one?
No, I don't think I've seen that one, but it kind of makes me think of Small Sacrifices.
Yeah, it just gives me that vibe to it. I could be wrong. I mean, it's a little early in it to jump the gun. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt at first, and kind of see where it goes from there, what emerges.
I was honestly skeptical about the bruise at first. I didn't really see the old look to it at first, but then I looked at it, I was like, that looks like it's at least a couple days old.
Well, if you just got hit in the face, there would be some swelling and things like that. But I didn't really see no redness and swelling in the injury. So to me, it just kind of screams,
Also, I noticed another inconsistency. In one video, she said she was changing the baby in the vehicle, and then in another video, she said she got him out of his seat and into the chair. Into what chair? Like a chair outside?
I thought she changed him in the back seat of the truck.
See, in one of the videos, I heard back seat, and then in another video, she said she got him out of his seat and put him into the chair. But into what chair? Like a chair outside in the parking lot, or a chair in? Is she talking about the seat? Because
I think she's talking about the seat. I think we're having a little problem with this lady because of translation. Some people say she speaks good English, but I mean, PJ's mom speaks good English, and every now and then she'll mess a word up because she's from Croatia, so she talks like a mobster.
she speaks pretty clear, but at the same time, like my uncle has a friend that he speaks pretty decent English. But some things still get lost in transition because this is not his first language.
Yeah. And I think that because when she said she got knocked out and she picked herself up off the floor, she was on the concrete. That's the street. That ain't the floor, lady. But I think that's just translation.
Fully American, I speak English as my first language, and sometimes I still call the ground the floor. So
yeah, I can understand it ain't like a huge inconsistency, but if you're struck in the back of the head, how did you get the black eyes? She didn't elaborate. And in the black eyes, she said she woke up with the black eyes, but there's no redness. There's no swelling. Like you didn't fall into nothing. You'd be red and swollen. And she's definitely not swollen. The black eye looks a week old to me.
At first, I was like, well, they could have hit her from behind. They could have reached around and knocked her right there, or they could have pushed her into something.
Yeah, but where's the swelling?
There's no red mark.
Have you ever seen somebody get a black eye that didn't swell up and turn red?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't either. I think it's just human nature that if you get hit, you're going to be red and swollen and your eye's going to turn black. But she just had a black eye with no swelling or any redness.
Most of the interviews are the next day, but still, like, there would still be I'm still not buying it with that.
Yeah, I ain't buying it either. Not the black eye. I mean, she could. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I can say it's possible. Do I believe it? I mean, I'm having a hard time believing it, but I don't want to accuse her of nothing yet because it's still a little early.
And I have a theory, but I'm hoping I'm wrong.
What's your theory?
I think mom went into the store and left baby with dad in the car. And I think baby was getting a little fussy and maybe dad went to discipline.
Yeah, but I'm sure they had video in the store. They just didn't have no video of the parking lot.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying, though, is like I think that when the baby was in the car with the dad, I think he went to like discipline him. Maybe he was screaming or something. Maybe he went to discipline him and maybe hit his head into the window or something and concussion. Maybe something happened.
I mean, I don't know.
Trying to cover it up.
I mean, if the rumors are true and he does have charges of child abuse, I mean, I wouldn't put it past somebody that's already, being accused of these things before. This goes into that old saying where there's smoke, there's fire. If there's enough smoke, but people do get accused of things in this world they didn't do. But now you've been accused of child abuse, allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know for a fact. And now your child's missing. That's when it gets a little more suspicious.
Yeah, the person that said that, I really do wish that they would share info because now I'm curious about that.
Well, we'll know for sure later. Once PJ's awake and digging through everything, we'll find out all the information we can. If we had to go to damn Mexico to get it, we'll get it later today. All right, Sunshine and Shadows.
All right, I'll holler at you later.
All right, peace. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure we'll dig up all that information. And this is a developing story. More information's yet to come on this. Dolly,
what's up?
I don't know. You tell me. You called. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Jessica from Ohio.
Hey, Jessica.
Hey. So I'm not buying this mom's story. I think she's fake hyperventilating a lot.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, you could see that she just trying to make herself do these fake crying, the fake hyperventilating.
Well,
and
I haven't seen no crying because crying involves tears. I've seen
Tears.
whining, like they're both whining, but neither one of them are crying.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Right.
so
And
from what we've seen, now I have to be honest, we've only seen 3 minutes of them, so
true.
we don't, we don't have really a lot to base that off of. But in the 3 minutes we seen, we ain't seen no crying, right? That's truth.
Right.
And the story itself is a little bizarre, just a little.
Yeah, and that makes sense why they brought them back in, or at least the mom back in for questioning. You know, something's going to come out today because she's going to crack.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope information comes out because, usually when people kidnap you, they don't kidnap you for good reasons. And most kids are kidnapped are usually abused and they want that child for a certain reason. I dated this girl in high school. I went to prom with her and she was kidnapped as I think she was 8 years old and she was in a bowling alley. A dude walked right up to her. Her family just turned their back for a second. They were all there bowling. Dude walked up to her, picked her up, walked out the door with her, tried to sexually assault her, and he heard her dad screaming and he left her and ran. And he had actually took her out the bowling alley, walked across the street behind a 7-Eleven store and was trying to SA her. And he heard the dad screaming, running around. So he took off running and left her. So, I mean, yeah, people they'll kidnap you in busy places. Like, I mean, the whole bowling alley was packed. And that's how she didn't really get noticed because the place was so full of people that he just grabbed her and she got lost in the shuffle and boom, he was out the door with her.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at the same time, too, you got to think with what people are saying, too. It's hard as hell. They left the baby sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
Not thinking. And it was an accident, but because dad has previous charges,
yeah, they were at that football game.
Story to cover it up, unfortunately.
I thought the same thing. What if the baby was left in the car too? Because we lose a lot of babies like that. Let's be honest. Even with people in the car with them, babies overheat twice as fast as an adult person.
Yeah.
So what I can withstand and what you can withstand would kill a baby. Half of that. So and you got to think about on an 80-degree day, which is, not that hot. In a car, it can reach temperatures over 120 degrees.
Yep.
In a matter of minutes. So I don't know if that happened. I'm just thinking, why would you want to hurt a little beautiful kid?
Right.
I don't know. And if that was the case, why wouldn't you, because if you tell at that point, they're going to charge you with it because you left a baby in the car. And that would give you the reason to come up with a crazy story or something else has happened. I mean, I don't know. I'll never figure out why people hurt their kids. That just blows my mind.
It does. It blows my mind because I wouldn't know what to do with that money.
Yeah, my kid spends all my money and I ain't never hurt her.
I have 2 adult children and 2 adult boys, and I have an 11-year-old daughter.
Okay.
Pray for me.
I will. I know that one. I don't know about the boys because I ain't got no boys. I got one daughter and she's 25 now and still a handful.
I stress so much with my daughter because she wants to go ride her bike by herself. And I'm like, no, you're not doing that. There's
definitely whatever you do. I don't care if you got to save you some pennies, get her a tracking device. We'll have them for sale on our website.
Life 360.
Yeah, or anything. I don't care if you get it from us, but make sure you get something to put on her just in case, God forbid, anything ever happened. You're able to track her locations quickly.
If she goes bike riding, it's usually with me. We'll go down to the bike trail and we'll go riding because I don't want her riding by herself.
I mean, I know everybody thinks the robots are going to take over the world, but right now we need to use technology for what it's good for, and it's good for tracking people. So Keep that in mind when you buying Christmas presents, even for your big kids or any of that. Of course, once they're cell phone age, you can put Life 360 on the phone and track them through their phones. But usually, if somebody gets abducted or kidnapped, they're going to take that phone. So you just, we're promoting it big time for people to put tracking devices on their kids.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about like chip them, like yeah.
I'm waiting for your shop to stock up.
All right, you be good. Stay safe.
You too, Dolly. Peace.
All right, peace. Yeah, we got to ask ourselves, what is our loved ones worth, right? Like even to me, like Lolo, my little chihuahua that y'all seen in Wrangler, you can believe they be. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey, what's going on?
It's Debbie from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Debbie.
It's PGH Steph 412.
Okay.
Hi. So this is the first time I've gotten through, so I'm kind of excited.
Awesome. Are you calling from an echo chamber?
No. Here, let me go. I stepped aside so I could get some privacy so it wasn't so noisy, but I guess is this better?
Yeah, that's better. You don't sound so echoey.
Okay. Hi. So anyways, I want to say that I'm a long time subscriber. I've been watching you. I think I got introduced to your channel right after Summerwell.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, you've been here for a minute then.
Yeah, I long time supporter. I support you and PJ.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I love being the turtle. But what I wanted to say is that I really appreciate your opinion because 9 times out of 10 you're spot on.
I try to be. Common sense ain't so common these days.
Tell me about it. But I just want to say I agree with you completely. But with this mother, I don't know. I'm suspicious of her.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad, when he was describing the baby, he said was. Like he was a
Healthy.
happy baby.
Yeah, he was healthy. That's what PJ even said. My thing is this is like I know a lot of men don't cry, but a real man will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, his crying sound the fakest. His whining, his like whiny voice, right?
Like he's trying to force it.
Yes. That's what was a flag to me. Now he could actually sound like that, and that can be sincere. But to me, it sounded, to be honest, it sounded fake to me. It sounded a lot like Stephen
Stone. The mother was
Stone.
standing there crying, and her eyes were dry.
Dry as a bone.
Dry but she's all
yeah,
like hyperventilating and stuff. But not one teardrop, not one.
Yeah.
If my 7-month-old baby was just kidnapped and I was assaulted and knocked out, you know what I mean?
If my Chihuahua was gone, Lolo or Wrangler, I'd be crying.
Exactly. I don't understand.
I'd at least be panicky, and they didn't seem real panicky.
But I'd be bawling my eyes out. I'll tell you what, I'd be worried sick, bawling my eyes out. I mean, I know everybody reacts differently, but like with Malaya, Katie, all of them, they're all fake. Jen Soto.
All them women, if you got all them women together, they couldn't shed one tear.
Right. It'd be like the Sahara Desert.
Yeah, I mean, if they were sharing it, they couldn't muster up one tear. Yeah. All of them.
If you paid them $1 million, they couldn't produce a tear.
That's what I'm saying. Like now, listen. In the defense of the mother and father, we don't know what they're doing when they're not on TV. Okay, we can only judge what we see.
That could be intimidating.
Yeah, and we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. So, but they are searching. They are handing out flyers. That's better than some of these parents are doing.
Yeah, missing kid. I was like, why wouldn't you put missing baby or missing infant or
kidnapped child, endangered baby or something? I don't know.
But we called it a kid. I was like, I don't.
That's a baby.
To me.
That's a
Yeah,
baby. We're
like,
looking for a 7-month-old baby.
right, and they refer to it as kid. I don't know. I got red flags flying all over the place with them. Like him saying was, the mother saying she heard hola or whatever. I don't speak Spanish, so I know it means hello, but
Yeah,
however you
hello.
say it. Yeah. But like she didn't describe if it was a man's voice, a woman's voice. Like,
and if you're gonna bust somebody upside the head, are you gonna say hello to them first? Hello.
right, exactly. You come around, and they just wanted, like, they were just waiting for her to, because that was random, her going there,
It
right?
could have been like Puto, boom.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, there goes a baby. Let me get her.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, to do something
and
like
then
that,
not steal anything else either.
you must really want a baby. First
Yeah,
off.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, there are people like that, and this world is crazy.
I
But,
agree 100%.
I mean, people do snatch babies, you know, but I don't know. They were just waiting in that parking lot, and it just so happens that it had no camera.
Yeah, that's
The only
strange.
parking lot probably in the area with no cameras.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got, I don't know. My intuition's telling me to wait.
My
till
thing is
back,
this. They need to get cameras from that football field. They need to get cameras from anywhere they may have ate or stopped to get gas or the route that they took.
Right.
If I was a detective, I would have to say, hey, you're going to have to prove to me that this baby was alive.
Right.
Okay, before you leave here,
proof of life. Like,
before you leave here, you're going to have to give me something that you can prove to me what you're saying is true and that this baby was alive. And I'm sure that's what the police are doing. They're going back, checking anywhere
you
they
know
may have
how
stopped.
they do things behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and they don't tell us anything. So
Yeah, I'm sure they're investigating. The police ain't stupid. They're sleuths too.
yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're
Well,
digging.
there's a first suspect, so they said they interviewed them twice.
Yeah. The second one was to
So-
put a little pressure on them. And you can tell because of the grandmother. She was like, they keep asking them about things like give the lady, what did she say? I forget the word the grandma used now, but some,
Yes, she said they were good to the baby though, and
yeah. Basically saying don't blame the parents. Give them some grace.
Yeah.
Basically.
some grace.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the exact word she used.
Right,
but
I know what I seen it too. I just can't remember what wording she used.
yeah, but give them a break,
Yeah.
basically in English. Give the mom and dad a break. They lost their kid. They're grieving.
Yeah, but I think they might have been overwhelmed with all them kids. He looks like he was special needs. Sometimes parents get overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Look at Susan Smith.
Look at Malaya Brooks.
Yeah. Oh God, Malaya, she's living her best life.
Yeah, now that she ain't got no kids, right? That's
The beach every day. It's like, and you're not even concerned. I wonder, like, are you trying to get your kids back? Are you trying to find your kids? She never even searched once.
Thank
She
you,
just
Melania.
took off.
Yeah, she just took off. It's listen, if you're neglecting your child while they're missing, it makes me think you were neglecting your child when it was in your care.
Before they went missing.
Yeah, before they
Exactly.
went missing. Now, I had to say this family's doing the right things. They're interviewing with the media. They're out there searching, and that's better than a lot of it. That don't mean they're innocent, but
No.
it also don't mean they're guilty.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I think there's foul play involved.
I
That's
got my
my
suspicion.
opinion.
I won't claim foul play right this minute, but I'm
Yeah,
suspicious of foul play. I will say that.
Like, if it comes out and I'm wrong, so be it. I hope I am.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time, every day. I mention that. I hope I'm wrong, right?
Yeah,
I hope you can
exactly.
come in here and be like, Dolly, you was wrong as shit, because I'll be glad because that means that baby's okay and that baby's safe.
Right? He's only 7 months old. He can't, you know what I mean? Like,
He can't take care of himself.
No. And
Yeah.
if they're snatching babies, that means they're insane.
Yeah, I mean, we do live in a world where this trafficking is really bad.
That
And-
was my next thought.
Yeah, and
yes.
you got to remember they're not too far from
Selling
the they're not too far from the border, and they be selling these babies out here. When I first got into true crime 4 years, 4 years ago, I was like, man, there ain't nobody out here selling babies. I've never seen a sign that said "baby for sale" or "get babies here." right?
Right.
But
And now look at the one chick. She was selling her daughter on TikTok.
yeah, and then, you know what really opened my eyes to this is the movie Sound of Freedom, based on the true story of the FBI agent that rescued all the kids around the world, and they were kidnapping. You need to watch it. It's a really good movie.
Okay, what's it called? Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, it's called Sound of Freedom. And basically
Okay.
what it is these people are kidnapping kids from like Mexico, and they're sending them here to America. They're kidnapping American kids, and they're sending them like different countries around the world.
Swapping them out.
So when you're looking for them, they're not even in the country anymore. They're in another country. They're putting these kids in shipping containers and shipping them to other countries and selling them to wealthy people. And it's like
they're putting babies in shipping containers.
yeah. So yeah, they found kids dead in shipping containers and everything. And this guy, he was trying to save one kid. It starts off with he's busting the P word. You know, people that get on the internet and look at kids. Yeah. He's busting people like that. And his partner tells him, his friend says, well, what are you doing to help the kids? All you're doing is putting that dude in jail. He's gonna get right back out and keep doing what he's doing. Keep doing what he's doing. And he realized he wasn't doing anything to help. So he started to do something different. He went undercover, and then he started to save kids. It was one kid that he was interested in, that a family came to him. And then he went undercover and went all around the world rescuing kids. And so by the end of it, he had saved like 270 kids from yeah.
That's
and
a true story.
True story. Yeah, it's called Sound of Freedom.
Oh wow. I definitely need to watch that. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And it just shows you the level. It's a $1 billion industry.
270?
Yeah, it's like it might have been more than that, but I know it was at least about 270 kids he saved.
How long did it take him to, like, what time frame was that in?
He went into into the jungle to save one kid to some warlords, and went in there and snuck into their village and rescued one kid. I mean, it was crazy. It's like somehow
like Rambo.
Like Rambo, yeah, but real life Rambo.
Wow, that's amazing though. Like to risk your life for kids, like, oh my God.
Yeah, but it shows you the level. The movie's good about showing you the level of it, that it's an industry, that it's a business, and it's been happening all around the world. It's not like a US problem, it's not like a Mexico problem, it's a global problem.
Right, worldwide. Oh wow.
No, he retired. He's not saving kids anymore.
Involved that was like.
It's big time. It's big time.
Old and you know what I mean? Like trafficking and selling babies.
I mean, that's all new to me. Let's look at that rapper. Let's look at that rapper with the P. Let's look at the dude that slipped on a banana peel in jail. We ain't gonna say their names, right? But he, he had a private island, and on that private island, he had certain kind of people. So it's real, and it has to do with a lot.
That opened my eyes to a lot too. If you got money, especially
rich, powerful people are scary. It's like the richer they get, the weirder they get. Sometimes I'm glad I'm broke. Okay.
But it's so wild because they're out in your face and they're acting normal.
Code words for it. You would
never suspect it unless you know what I mean.
Like the rapper guy that Nancy Grace likes to cover. On his phone call, he said, "Throw away all the pizza boxes and make sure you throw away the wrappers too."
Yeah. Aunt Nancy made a big. She made a special post video for that one.
Yeah, so they're talking in code. They have their own languages. There's a lot of monsters
and lots of baby oil.
Lots of baby oil too. All right, you be good. All right, peace.
Oh, Dolly. Well, I'm gonna watch that movie. Thank you for suggesting that. That's like
all right.
This is really. I don't know if I watch true crime too much, and I'm suspicious of everybody.
I do. I'm suspicious. I don't trust nobody anymore. You might stab me.
Because it gets crazier and crazier. Like they're not just oh okay, like we abuse our child. No, we starve our child, leave him in a room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they're out in his back shed. You know what I mean? Like, look at the ones that was in the garage freezing.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a cop.
There's some weirdos in this world. But you be good. Stay safe.
It could be your safer, you know?
I know. All right. I know.
Yeah.
All right. You be good. Peace.
All right. I appreciate you, Dolly.
Not a problem. Dolly.
Doug from Tennessee.
What's up? Good morning, Doug. You up
Good
early?
morning.
Yeah, you just getting up?
Oh yeah, I get it. No, I've been up.
Oh, don't be lying now.
I get up at 6 a.m. every morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? What year is this?
2025 last time I checked.
And everybody's got a cell phone. Why you got to go in there and call 911? Everybody's got cell phones.
Yeah.
Poor people, rich people.
Yeah, I thought poor people even got Obama phones. I thought everybody had a phone. Yeah.
Everybody's got a cell phone.
Yeah. Or OnStar in your vehicle.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's 2025. Everybody got a cell phone. Look, you can't walk around town. Nobody ain't got their cell phone in their hand.
I know. I agree, Doug. What about getting hit in the back of the head and having black eyes but no swelling?
Well, you got hit in the back of the head. You ain't gonna have a black eye that comes right up that day.
I mean, I don't think if you got hit in the back of the head, you're gonna have a black eye at all unless you crack your skull or your brain swells.
But it's not gonna come up in the same day.
I mean, I have seen people get hit in the face and like fighting in the UFC and have a big ass black eye almost instantly. But there's also a lot of swelling and redness that goes along. She didn't have that.
You can't even see her eyeball when they do that shit.
Yeah, I know. She just had
all closed.
She had a black eye with no swelling. The black eye looked like it was a week old. I mean, I ain't an expert on black eyes, but that shit looked a week old to me.
And the other side looked like it just healed up.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
he punched her right in the nose.
I was about to say she looks like an abused woman. Scared.
And she does what she's told.
Absolutely, she does what she's told.
Just like Malaya, I'm not being smart. She done what she was told until she got scared.
I mean,
and told mama.
Yeah, I guarantee you. I can't guarantee it, but I look at the guy and I don't know why I get this vibe, but he looks like an abusive guy to me. You know, people could say the same thing about me though, and I'm a big old softy, right? And plus, PJ will whip my ass. But it's hard to really say. But when I look at him, I kind of get that vibe that he may be abusive.
Well, you look at me, you think I'm an abusive man. I'm just a big old teddy bear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes the most scariest people are the nicest people. You know,
I look like a soft teddy bear.
Do you ever notice that when somebody does something horrible, the neighbor's always like, man, I never knew he would do that. You would never think he'd do something like it's always the people you don't expect. Like when you look crazy, usually crazy people, they just look crazy. They ain't gonna do nothing. It's the people you think are cool or trustworthy that are the ones that do all the bad stuff.
The only time I would do any bad stuff, you hurt my children or you hurt my wife, and then you better look out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like you mess with my kid, I'm going to prison. Okay.
That's why my kids are 37 and 38-year-old, because nobody bothers them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's one teenage kid told me my daughter he gonna beat her for I wouldn't recognize her. I went out to his house and I said, well, hell, you gonna start with me then. Come on, big boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was a kid. But you ain't gonna threaten to beat my child unconscious where I won't recognize him.
Oh, hell no.
Daddyville comes out.
Yeah, I don't blame it. I mean, absolutely. I mean, and usually guys usually don't mess with, people that have crazy daddies,
Yeah. But I got a feeling it's going to come out. Like you said, the law ain't stupid.
No, they're not stupid.
They're going. That's why they're bringing them back into question them.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing they need to do is track all their locations to see if they can find proof of life for this kid. When's the last time he was seen? When's the last time anybody seen this kid with a bottle or laughing or playing or doing anything? When's the last time he's been seen?
And how many kids did they say they had?
I think they have two. They have a couple kids. I know their oldest boy was playing football, and they have a daughter.
I thought they said they had 6 kids or something like that.
I mean, is one of 5. I thought they had 2 older boys, a girl, and him. But I don't know where the 5th kid comes in, but I thought they had 2 older boys. One of them was playing football. They went to buy a mouthpiece for the other one. We got Emmanuel, and he has a sister. So I know there's at least 4, but people in the chat are saying 5.
All right. If there's 5 kids with a baby car seat, all right, there ain't enough seat belts in a pickup truck to put all them people.
I don't know. It depends what kind of truck you got. I got a big old 4-door GMC truck, and I'll fit an army in my truck.
Well, I got a 4-door Ford pickup truck, but I don't have no 6 or 7 seat belts.
Oh yeah, I don't have enough seat belts. I mean, I think there's 3. I think there's 3 in the back, 2 in the front, but you could easily fit 3 people in the front of my truck, and you can easily fit 4 people in the back. So you could probably ride around with 7 people in the truck. Especially if they were kids.
Like you said, some of them were big kids, though.
Yeah, I mean,
football.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are big kids, but I could easily fit at least 4 kids in the back seat of my truck.
That's one thing that you said. That's the one thing you said that they left that baby asleep in that truck.
Yeah,
got to check on that baby, and that baby was
while they were playing football. Absolutely,
while they were playing football.
I thought the same thing, that they may have left the baby in the car to watch the boy play football, and it only takes minutes to cook your kid like an egg. Okay,
that's it.
That's it. I mean, so many people think,
especially that young.
And you can sit there and not be hot, but babies, their temperatures rise quicker than an adult person's temperature rise, and their temperature don't have to rise as high to kill them.
And if you're playing around a football field or a baseball field, you don't have many trees. So it's hot around football fields and baseball fields.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the sun comes down on them. Because it's really hot around them places. And you're in a car, like you said, it don't take long at all for that call. But I'll let somebody else call in. Tell PJ I said hello.
I will.
Y'all have a safe one.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, let me read this to you guys. And this is dealing with babies in a hot car. All right. Leaving babies or young children in a hot car can be extremely dangerous and even deadly. Cars heat up rapidly, even on a relatively mild day. The temperatures inside a car can quickly reach dangerous levels, leading to heat stroke and potential death. It's critical to never leave a child unattended in a parked car, even for a short time. Cars heat up much faster than the outside temperature, and children's body temperatures rise much faster than an adult's. Babies and young children are particularly vulnerable to heat stroke because their bodies are not efficient at regulating temperatures as an adult. Okay. Infants and young children cannot tell you if they are feeling unwell or need help. Accidents happen. Even well-meaning parents can mistakenly leave a child in a car, highlighting the need for preventive measures. Heat stroke. This is the most serious heat-related illness and can lead to organ damage and death. Dehydration. Babies can quickly become dehydrated in hot conditions. Overheating can cause a range of problems, including seizures, unconsciousness, and even death. This video explains how quickly inside of a car heat can rise. All right, let me click on this.
Of Orange County is hoping to prevent car-related tragedies by educating parents. The hospital hosted a car safety demonstration earlier today showing just how hot it can get inside vehicles and how quickly. They say even with an outside temperature of just 72 degrees, a vehicle's internal temp can reach 117 within just an hour, and heat stroke can set in even faster.
No child should die from being left in a hot car. It is an absolutely preventable needless death. Even though we have training to take care of this condition amongst many other dangerous conditions, it's not expected, and I think it leaves quite a big impact, I think, on us as healthcare providers.
Experts say you should never leave infants, children, or pets in a parked car, even if the windows are down. Set reminders to check the back seat before leaving, or put your handbag or phone in the back seat to make sure you look before locking up and walking away.
Now, we don't know if that's exactly what happened in this situation. We don't. There's no way to really tell. But for anybody that's just tuning in, I'm going to play this as a little recap, okay? Because some of you guys may just be waking up, just coming into the room and wondering what we are talking about. We are talking about this woman was attacked, allegedly attacked, going into a sporting store. Her 7-month-old baby was kidnapped. So she says. A lot of us don't believe there's something else going on. And this baby is missing, okay? Emmanuel Haro is his name. He's 7 months old. He's 21 pounds. Okay. He has brown hair, brown eyes. He is cross-eyed. But other than that, they say he's a perfectly healthy baby. He's just cross-eyed. So that's one of those things that, if you see a baby that is in that area and may have cross-eyed, reach out to the authorities.
7-month-old son. The boy's mother says her baby was kidnapped after she was attacked by a stranger in front of a store last night.
Now his parents are pleading for the public's help to bring their baby boy home safely. Alina Abobian live in Yucaipa with the latest on the investigation. Alina.
Hi there, guys. Good evening. Well, the parents absolutely beside themselves as they continue to search for their 7-month-old baby. Now, take a look behind me. The baby went missing in this very parking lot here in Yucaipa, right in front of this Big Five store. Friends and family have gathered at this hour. They're getting ready to go out for a search party.
No, he's gone. I can't find him. If you know anything, please come and bring my son back. Please, I'm begging you.
It's a mother's desperate plea for help in finding her 7-month-old baby boy, Emmanuel. Rebecca Haro says it all happened Thursday evening around 7. She, her husband, and their 2 other children were at a nearby park for their older son's football practice. She says she drove over to this Big Five store to buy a mouth guard for her older son.
I came over here. I parked right here.
There was no cameras in the store. Okay, guys, if you're just tuning in, she says she was struck in the back of the head, but she has a black eye. All right, she wasn't hit in the face. She was hit in the back of the head and has a black eye. But if you notice, there's no swelling. Okay, it looks like this eye may have been black too at one point. She looks like she may have a little mark on her lip, but she has no swelling in this black eye. It almost looks like the black eye is old. I mean, that's just my opinion. This could be, I could be wrong, and this could be a tragedy. And either way, it's a tragedy. The kid's missing. But right now, I'm just a little suspicious of it. I ain't blaming anybody. Jimmy, my little sister, had a crooked eye. It can be corrected. I know I went over that earlier, Christine, that I knew a girl that she was cross-eyed. Her eyes wandered out. So when she put on her glasses, the glasses were corrective lenses, so they would pull her eyes straight. But as soon as she took them glasses off, her eyes would be like, whoop, they'd be going all kind of different crazy ways. The old joke, I used to date a girl with a crooked eye, but I left her because she was seeing people on the side. Old joke about people with crooked eyes, but it's not a funny situation, I'm just sharing that with you because it's an old school joke. The little boy is a beautiful little boy. Crooked eyes or not, he don't deserve to be missing. I can tell you that. And if the parents did do something to him, then I hope they pay the price. And if a stranger did something to him and somebody did kidnap this kid, I hope they pay the price. I just want to see justice served in these cases.
In this edge. When I was coming over here, I smelled the baby went to the restroom. So.
Look how there's no swelling. That's my biggest concern right here, guys. Look at her eye. It's not red. It's not swollen. But it's black. Like it's been black for days. If you're just tuning in, guys, we only got 972 likes. Could 25 of you or 28 of you hit the like button so we can at least reach 1,000, bring awareness to little Emmanuel Haro. That way this video gets out there a little bit, more people see him. Just in case he has been kidnapped, we want as many people to see this video as possible. If you're super cool, share it on your social medias, all that good stuff. And if you're new here, make sure you sub up the channel, ring the bell. We're on that journey to hit 75,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without the help of each and every one of you. And the bigger the channel gets, the more awareness is spread, the more people that see the videos. It does help the channel grow, but at the same time, it does bring awareness to these missing kids. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, Papa, don't worry, we're gonna change you.
Rebecca says she took out a diaper and laid the baby down next to the car seat.
It's spelled Haro, almost like the bike. Haro. Haro. Emmanuel Haro. I seen you spelled it. You spelled it Harrow. It's actually H8. It's Haro. Haro.
Only remembers a voice she heard.
I was gonna get the diaper and somebody said hola, and I didn't see nothing since. I woke up right here on the floor, and I didn't see Emmanuel.
Rebecca says she woke up with a black eye and her baby gone. She searched around the car, ran into the store, then called 911.
Everybody came, the dogs, helicopters.
But no sign of Emmanuel and no witness to what may have happened.
Whoever took my son, please return him. We just want him back. We won't do anything to you. We just give us our son. Just keep him safe. Don't hurt him. Make sure you feed him. Change him.
Emmanuel's father, Jake, says his family does not have any enemies and can't imagine who or why anyone would take their baby.
If you know anything, please come forward, or take him to the cops, or please let us know anything, please.
Now, an Amber Alert did not go out for Emmanuel because it does not meet the criteria for an Amber Alert. However, according to the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, they are still investigating this as a suspected kidnapping. So if you have any information, you're urged to contact the Sheriff's Department. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting here in Yucaipa, KTLA 5 News.
All right. So if you're just tuning in, that is what we've been going over this morning. We started a little early, but it's important to get this information out. I wanted to get it out early because I didn't want to go crash out, and because I've been up working all night. I've been making soaps, lotions, body washes, just restock the merch store. And I was, I took a break from that, and I was sat down and I started watching the news, and I seen this story, and I was like, there was just a couple things that I found suspicious in it, and I was like, okay, well, let me take a little bit of time this morning to share this story out and get it moving a little bit, shaking and baking on the internet, because I ain't really seen anybody else talking about it. This little boy is just as important as any other little boy out here. And it seems to be strange circumstances. Now, there could be a kidnapper on the loose, or this could be another one of those stories where a mother then drove her kids into a lake, or a mother that then threw her baby in the trash can. Remember the girl in the hospital? What was her last name? Tatara Vizio or something like that. She went into the bathroom at the hospital. She went to the hospital complaining of back pains and had a baby, then threw the baby in the trash. It's hard to believe that there's parents out there that could hurt their children, but there are. I want to give these people the benefit of the doubt. I really do. Just some of the things don't add up to me. Like, I just feel like that black eye don't look real. Now, if her eye was swollen, closed, and red, I would say, okay, looks like she just got hit in the eye, or she hit her eye on the way down. But it just seems like it's old. And this allegedly happened broad daylight in front of a store, a busy store. And she don't know how long she was unconscious. Well, what time did you go to the store? What time did you call the police? Do the math. That's how long you was unconscious. But she don't know. Nobody walked past her laying in the street unconscious. And just like Doug said, why didn't she wake up and why didn't she use her cell phone to call the police? Did she have a cell phone? I mean, I ain't saying everybody, these days kids got cell phones, but not everybody has a cell phone. I know there's people out there that don't have a cell phone. Usually they're homeless and under a bridge, right? But for the most part, people have a damn cell phone glued to them, okay? Not me. I don't even know where my damn phone's at. But it happens. Or, their phone is dead. If you're like me and never charged the damn phone, then of course your phone might be dead. You may have one, but it be dead. So situation definitely not looking good. If somebody's going to hurt you to get the baby, was it a man? Was it a woman? We have nothing to go off of. She gave the police nothing. Just to be, honest, what are they looking for? Hola? Hello? We don't even know if it was from a man or a woman. I'm thinking if it happened and it was somebody able enough to hit you and knock you out, I ain't saying a woman can't knock you out, but most likely a man, Latino or Spanish or Mexican man. I mean, we don't got nothing. No, we ain't got no size, no height, no hair color, facial hair. No, really nothing in this case. This is just kid's been kidnapped. We don't know who did it. The mom didn't look around in the parking lot. This is real important, ladies. When you get out your vehicle, or before you get out your vehicle and unlock your doors, you need to look around your surroundings. It's important to know your surroundings. I ain't saying this is true, no tears. I agree. But I'm just saying for everybody in here, nobody's expecting to go to the store and get busted upside the head, right? And I've shared a story with y'all where I was riding down the street, some people jumped out of the car and shot me with a BB gun. I'm thankful it wasn't a real gun, just a random act of violence. No, didn't know the people, nothing. I was on a moped because it was a nice night. I should have jumped in my damn car. I probably would have never got shot with a BB gun. But I was riding on a moped. I was riding down the street. And these people got in a car with a BB gun. It was actually an airsoft gun. But I didn't know that and started shooting at me. I just seen some dudes with a gun. Like, I don't know you to be playing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that they were just playing with their airsoft guns, but they shot me with it. And just a random act of violence, right? You can be in the wrong place at the wrong time and things happen. There's crazy people out there. They all went to jail for that airsoft shit too with no bond. I bet you they wish they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I did drop the charges on them in court though. They did 6 months in jail before it even went to court. And I thought that was enough for shooting me with a airsoft gun. Some people say I should have went in there and prosecuted the shit out of them, but they were young guys and they thought I was somebody else is what they said. So I basically gave them the benefit of the doubt that they thought they were playing with one of their friends shooting at them with an airsoft gun. But that ain't what it appeared like to me. It appeared like I was about to lose my life that night. And it was a pretty scary situation. So you never know what crazies are going to do. So you really need to be aware of your surroundings. You don't know if somebody's going to run up and try to rob you. And, worst for her because somebody ran up and grabbed her baby, knocked her out and grabbed her baby, allegedly. I'll say that with like the quotes, reported kidnapping. That don't mean it was a kidnapping. It just means it was reported as a kidnapping. But the police seem more interested in the mother and father right now than they do of anybody else. So, crazy situation we find ourselves in with this one. And I'm thinking, just if I had to guess, and not a psychic prediction, because I don't have much on this one to go off of and give you a prediction, I think it'll be solved fairly quickly. All right. I have this bad feeling that this woman may be an abused woman and she's scared and she's going to say whatever that man tells her to say. That's just the vibe I get. But if you're in, this is for everybody. I know a lot of us are older and we ain't in that, but we have kids and grandkids. And I mean, just pass this message on. If you in any type of abusive relationship out there, I mean, physically or mentally, and I always say sometimes mentally is worse than physical. I'd rather you punch me in the head one time than cuss me out all day and treat me like crap, right? I'd much rather that happen. That's just me, not everybody. Some people would rather be cussed out, right? But so sometimes mental torture is way worse than physical torture. But any type of torture like that or any type of relationship you're in like that, You need to get out of it. It never gets better. I don't care what people say. It will people don't change, right? And if they do, it's a miracle. It's the work of little baby Jesus. Okay, so for the most part, when you see these big red flags, run. I mean, as fast as you humanly can. Listen, I know my picker's been broke until this recently. I like PJ. She's pretty cool. But every other time I picked a crazy ass woman, I should have knew better. I just seen signs, and sometimes I just overlooked it. Shouldn't have overlooked it, right? Shouldn't have overlooked it, right? And women too. This is for men out there. Women can be just as violent as men. Okay. Like I said, I've dated some crazy ass women in my life. Not that all of you, y'all people are good, but this is for the fellas out there watching. I know it ain't as many of you. Even if your woman is accusing you of things you didn't do, or, just hovering you, like, that ain't healthy. That ain't healthy. One of these things, and first off, a lot of people fight because they don't trust each other. If you don't trust each other, you don't belong together. Okay. You do not belong together if there's no type of trust in your relationship. All right. If you're worried about every time your significant other walks out the door, where they going, I don't know if that's going to work. Okay. Sometimes I understand people are caring, they're concerned. There's a difference from being concerned about what you're doing to got to know everything you're doing and when you're doing it, who you're doing it with. That's totally different. That's one of those red flags, right? Red flags, right? On the play, flag on the play, whoo, blow the whistle, right? So I got a bad feeling this is going to come out terribly bad with this child. And this is going to be a situation where this woman's abused. I don't think the street blacked her eye or her other eye or her lip. And got hit in the back of the head, but all the injuries look old. Yeah, I don't know, guys. That one seems a little bizarre to me. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here. It's 8:30. It's time for me to kick back, relax, and go my ass to bed is what it is. But share the message of this video today. Get this kid's face out there. Share the story on your Facebook, your Twitters, your Instagrams, your all that good stuff, right? TikTok, wherever you post your social media, right? There's a lot of new sites these days, so I don't know. Y'all may use something at farmersonly.com. Post it there. But let's bring some awareness to it, and let's just pray that there's justice for this small child. I mean, no child in the world deserves this. All right. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Make sure y'all check out the merch store. Like I said, we will have a lot of new stuff posted today as far as the GPS trackers for your children that you can't take off. We will have new soaps, lotions, body washes, and other things on the site for sale. It's a great way to support the channel, help us keep the light bill on, and food in the fridge. So I will see you guys later tonight. Well, this afternoon. I'll be up in a few hours. I sleep a good 4-hour power nap, and I'm good. And I'll see you guys soon. And remember, if nobody else does, Dolly loves you. Peace.